Hello and welcome to episode 121 of the DaebakCast. It's a perfect square.
I'm just glad
This
I
is
can do all this with one hand again. Like I'd have to be like 1,
Yes.
10, like 9, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just screwed anything over any number over 5. So
Yep. All right. Anyways, this is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. I'm finally back again for an episode. Only a month more before I'm back, like for every week. But yeah. Anyways, did I already say what this is?
yeah.
No.
This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. As always, I'm joined by Nate.
Like it. Don't like it. Love it. Don't want it. Wiki. Miki. I'm so picky.
Oh, I thought you could
English
actually use
lyrics of the
something
year.
from one of the reviews.
No, screw that. The greatest English lyrics of the year are
picky.
here. I literally posted in Discord today, or last night, I can't remember. If those don't make English lyrics of the year, I'm quitting Truly Daebak. And
Okay.
Cooper pinned
Alright.
it. So,
Cooper
put it on
pinned
record.
Okay. Anyways, also, as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has 3 things.
Number 1, it's gone.
You can't even tell, though, really.
Yeah, you
Rip-
can't even
rip
tell because
behind
like,
your
I have a
headphones
black
before, anyway.
background. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like,
there's a black background. And
it's gone. I've parted ways with the man bun for the time being. I plan on growing it out over the next year. I just want to do it right again because it was starting to get really, really thin, like towards the sides. So I'm just like, fuck it, let's just cut the whole thing off just so I can do it like properly. Yeah, that's gonna be fun trying to like, because you need at least like 6 inches of hair to grow like a top knot. So there's gonna be that really awkward phase where it's super long but not long enough to put it in a bun. So I'm just gonna have to like do like an insane comb over or something like that for the time being. I don't know. I'll worry about that when I get there. So right now I just have really short hair, which I haven't had really short hair for years. It's crazy.
Yep.
Number 2, I randomly met up with Umu earlier in the week just because she's in town for Stray Kids and for BTS, so I was just like, oh hi. I gave her the stuff from the Ghibli Museum, so that was fun. Yeah, she should be. I think she's going to. We're recording this on a Saturday. She's going to BTS today, specifically. Speaking of BTS, they've been doing like a bunch of the rounds lately. But
Yep.
what I specifically want to talk about is they had a cool performance on Late Show with Colbert, where they recreated the BTS or
Sullivan
BTS.
Show.
Yeah, BTS recreated the Beatles Ed Sullivan performance, which is crazy because they film Late Show in the same theater that they filmed. It's literally called the Ed Sullivan Theater now, but yeah, it's filmed in the same place. So that's a pretty cool tribute for them. And when you really think about it, I've been the proponent of like the connection that the BTS has had to the Beatles for a long time now. But yeah, if you look at their trajectory, it is pretty much almost like beat for beat, essentially, where they literally played, like, their City Field was the equivalent of their Shea Stadium show, essentially. So it's just pretty cool performance as well for them to do. Anything else you have to mention? Oh, Produce Cast is going to be coming back soon because we're at 3 episodes, so it's time for me to start watching. Yeah, I haven't caught up. I haven't had a chance to catch up yet, but I mean, I guess it's better to just binge it so I know what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, look forward to that. As always, Discord mucho lit. Nate just got done banning everyone because of the IOI rating.
I only kicked Augie because he gave Get It a 0 because he's a horrible person.
And you gave
Get It a 0?
And you
He gave
demodded.
Get It a 0 because it doesn't have Kyla in it because he just rated it. So I kicked him the instant that happened. It would have been number 1 if he gave it a 6 or higher.
And
But it
Wow.
dropped to
What
number
did it end
4.
up being? Oh my
4.
god.
And then Cooper, IOI was gonna be number 1 with Very Very Very, and Cooper gave it a 2. If he had given it a 3, it was it's actually tied for number 1 with Roller Coaster. But yeah, so
It would have won.
I don't know.
It would have been one outright.
It would have won the IOI rating, which would have been like, I would never guessed in a million years.
Gotta Go is number
Justice.
3, right?
Yeah. I think Gotta Go is
that should have been number 1.
Yeah.
That should have been number 1.
Some of us were saying Gotta Go is better than Roller Coaster, but apparently not everyone agrees.
So if you want to get banned by Nate, join our Discord so you can participate in the song. What's the next song rating? It's quarter one or
quarter one.
Yeah, quarter one.
Yeah, and then Red Velvet, I think.
January through March releases. Red Velvet discography is going on as well. And then after that's going to be 2018, 2019 rookies.
And then we might do. I was throwing around the idea of like dead boy groups or dead girl groups.
Well, we have ratings planned for like 3 years because we have so many that we want to do, and they take like a month each.
Yep. And those are the 3 things. So, Jacob, do your thing.
I'm Jacob. # no blow note because I left it in America. And
before we get started, everyone stream Picky because it's not. Yes. I can't wait to talk. I can't wait for releases to talk about it. It's so good. It's so
Stream
good.
Picky and also keep streaming Ungung. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%.
Now let's get into.
Oh, and someone tell Apic. Someone tell Apic not to go to frickin' that convention in
that
Texas.
weird convention where they'll get like
sexually harassed
by
the owner.
What?
Yeah,
no, that's the thing. Like
there's some like anime
convention.
Convention in Texas that apparently like a bunch of people on Twitter are like warning people not to go, like guests and stuff, because the guy who sets up the show like was like harassing the artists and stuff.
Yeah, they're like
supposed to go there.
Yeah, they've tried to convince anime voice actors for years not to go because they don't take care or there's no security, so like
there's no security. Yeah, people can just walk up to the art like it's just a very poorly run convention.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
and then
imagine
the
like
guy
a shit
who sets
show.
it up is
if Apink went to that, that'd be terrible. They'd have to bring their own bodyguards, and I doubt they have a legion of them.
Yeah, just like imagine people waiting for them at the airport, except there's no barrier. Like it just be a nightmare. So yeah, someone convinced them to not to do it because that convention sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, now review. First one being Taeyeon's Voice, which is her first Japanese mini album.
Not my voice.
Not my voice.
It's very confusing.
Voice.
This entire episode is just very confusing or very similar, like album names.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll get there.
And then, anyways, I was informed before this that it's not out in Japan yet, but it's out. Nope,
it's not out in Japan.
It's not out. Well, we don't know if it's out physically in Korea, but it's not out in Japan physically, and it's out digitally.
Yeah, because again, it's usually the single that comes out, and then like a month or so later, the album comes out. But I mean, in Korea, obviously, they try to time it so that the album drops the same day as the single. So that's probably what day
is it supposed to come out?
Like June
something, like a month, like normal Japanese time where it's a month later.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is, will I still be here when it comes out?
I don't know when do you leave?
So
possibly
when do you leave?
23rd.
I think so. I think it was like the 18th, but I could be wrong.
Okay, maybe I'll be able to. Anyways, I guess we could start out with the first track, which is Voice, which is obviously the title track. Honestly, like the song is pretty much like the stable, like uplifting Taeyeon like power ballad.
June 5th, by the way.
June 5th. Okay.
Oh, you'll definitely still be there. So, and they'll definitely stock it in like Korea because it's Taeyeon. Yeah. So
for me at least, it's not a bad thing. Taeyeon's like voice has amazing as always. No pun intended. The pianos, the drums, the guitars make for a nice instrumental, but yeah, overall it's like a solid track for the Japanese release. But I do wish she could have like treaded some new ground. Because I think she's already kind of done this sort of sound on her first mini album as well as on My Voice. But yeah, I think it's an amazing track, just too similar to like what we've gotten. I think like with something new, I think that was definitely the right direction as far as like finding some new sounds that were like nice and fresh, but still within her own like wheelhouse. Yeah. Also, the MV, I thought it was really cool, and I thought the director had a cool idea of like using clones and stuff like that, but I don't think it was executed quite as well as it should have been. I think maybe it was a issue of budget that was put into the like production because like on the clones you could see like kind of like cutout marks for the green screen if you look, and then also on this weird part where she's like an android, her face is just like kind of like cut out
Oh, that was weird.
placed on there. So yeah, again, I think if they had a little more money put into like the CG, I think it would have been good. But yeah, so the MV was cool, but like it wasn't executed the best, I guess, basically. So
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from a Taeyeon single. Like you said, it's very similar to stuff she's done before. It's like a nice pop rock anthem,
yeah,
type song, especially during I think the chorus. My favorite part is like the way the guitar hits really hard during the last few lines of like right before the "I Got Your Voice" part. So like the first part of the chorus. And then always love a good like piano bridge to bring the song down between like two choruses that are a lot more like high energy. The one like something weird that normally doesn't bother me in the song was I wish the drum part was an actual drum, because I usually don't care if drum part is just synth. But for this song, it's because I don't know, just the way the drum is set up in the like mix or whatever, it just sounds so unnatural because it's the exact same hits, and like that normally never bothers me, but for some reason with this song I did notice it.
I think for this maybe it's because like the kind of emotion it's going for. I think the actual like energy with a real drummer would definitely
exactly. It just felt wrong to have those be the exact same hits over and over again, which normally is not a problem for me. And then I agree pretty much exactly with what you said with the music or the music video. I thought it had some really cool premises, you having the clones, and I liked the conveyor belt floor. Like I thought that was cool, having the floor move awesome. Back and forth, even though the like walls didn't move. But yeah, I agree that like some of the green screen stuff could have been better, and especially like the robot part was really weird, and I felt like kind of didn't like, even need to be there at all.
I literally, when I saw that, I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, overall, I agree. It's more Taeyeon. It's something she's done before. She still does it amazingly. But yeah,
I'm surprised that it sounds like I'm the one that likes this song the most. I
like it a lot.
But
for me, it's like again, I said it's an amazing track. It's just I want to see more progression.
It's more
of different. What I like, basically. Like I won't complain. It's just
Yep. It would have been cool to see something different.
I mean, as someone that was kind of like bored with Stay, I think I like this a lot more than Stay, which was her first like proper Japanese solo single. I think the reason why I like it so much is because again, or looking into Taeyeon's like past, one of the influences that she listed down as why she became or she wanted to pursue a career in music was Utada Hikaru, and I feel a lot of Utada Hikaru in a lot of the music that she puts out or on this album especially. So I feel like I feel like they understand the type of market that she's trying to go after in Japan specifically, enough that she had a pretty successful tour over there. So yeah, I can understand the song choice as to why they wouldn't go towards something like a something new, despite that being what she's trending toward in her Korean sound. So yeah, I enjoyed the song for that fact pretty much. Just I feel the influence in it. I love Taeyeon's voice on here. It's definitely got that power that you usually hear. The parts you do mention with the MV, definitely a low budget MV, but I think one thing they do pretty cool is that before you see all like the cones of Taeyeon, it's the aspect ratio is a very narrow aspect ratio, and they suddenly widen it to see more of the Taeyeon clones essentially. I did like the outfits.
Again, I thought the direction was good. It's just again they didn't have enough money in the.
They didn't need the robot thing. It's like some weird like ghost in a shell, like I don't know, freaking.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't
like,
fit at all with the rest
like
of it.
Perfume did that, but it looked way better, and that was in like early 2010s. So
Yeah.
like I'm sure they could afford to do something better, but I mean, I'm surprised at how much this song ended up growing on me, in all honesty, because at first I didn't really like think much of it, but I guess in the time like listening to it leading up to the review, it definitely grew. Like it's probably one of my favorite Taeyeon songs as of late, in all honesty. So
Yeah.
And with the aspect ratio thing, they at the end they do the opposite, where they
they
move it back
they
in,
narrow
which
it
was
back
cool.
down in. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you forget?
It's been a while.
No,
been a while.
I'm just rusty. All right. So, anyways, the second track is called "Found You." Yeah, I really, really like this track. I thought like Taeyeon's like vocals were super powerful in the chorus. It was like the very like open sounding, very full instrumentals in the chorus. I thought that made for a really awesome track, and it was a little hard to describe, I guess, for me for whatever reason. But I think as far as like the visual appeal of it, I think it almost sounds kind of aquatic. Like I think maybe because of how dense it sounds. So yeah, I really, really like this one.
Yeah, for me, I thought the guitar line to start the song off was really, really good. But I think this one blends a little bit too much into the single. They're very similar styles. I did like the like 80s synth piano in the chorus, but I wish it was a little more prominent. It gets a little drowned out especially by the vocals and the beat. But yeah, it was a good song. But I felt it was a little too samey to the to voice, in my opinion.
Another case where I feel like I like the song a lot more than you guys
No,
did.
I actually like this one more than Voice, I think.
Yeah, to some
I
degree,
like
yeah.
This one a lot.
This could have been a single for me. This is actually produced in part by Andreas Oberg, and that Swedish man loves his freaking 80s power ballad type things, and with guitar notes and everything. I love the high notes that Taeyeon uses here. There's this like the post chorus part where it's like Dakishimete do 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 do. That's probably my favorite part of the entire song. I really do like the work that Andreas Oberg puts in with especially his female artists, because I feel like stuff like this is definitely, as much as I like what he does with what he's done with like Shiny and like what he's done with like EXO or whatever, I love the stuff that he does with like. I hope he works with Taeyeon even more in the future. I don't know if he's ever done a Taeyeon single in the future, but that'd actually be a cool prospect.
Yep. So the next song is called Horizon, and this is a very like happy sounding love song. I think it would have fit right in on like Tan's second mini album, Why. It almost like treads into like the tropical house sort of area. It's not house, but like it's tropical and summery. So I think maybe that's where I get the impression from. Overall, again, it's really fun. It's nice, and yeah, I don't know why the title is in all caps. Like for Horizon, like
It's not.
I mean,
And then-
some of
titles are
it
in
goes
all
back and
caps.
forth, because
You
some of them are in
remove
all caps.
You remove the all
no,
caps.
no, you have to
Yes,
keep
it's
it.
so like
Yes.
You have to keep it
no.
for artistic
You
integrity.
need to normalize all
No.
Yeah, so, like,
capitalization.
No,
on
what
the
if the
track
artist?
list-
Sometimes the artist names are in all caps. You have to keep
No,
that.
it's norm. No, you normalize
yeah,
it.
Taeyeon's in all caps. Voice is in all caps. I Found You is in lowercase. Horizon's in all
It's
caps.
a mess.
Vanilla's
I
in
hate it.
lowercase. Turn to Burnt is in
horrible.
all
It
caps,
looks
and
so
Signal is in
bad.
all caps.
Okay. As for my comments on Horizon, the song itself, literally pretty much wrote down exactly what Jacob said. It's got a bit of a tropical house feel, and it sounds like it would fit exactly on Why. So if you liked the album from Taeyeon, you would like the song. I really like there's like a really high pitched like cute synth in the background. But once again, same as the 80s piano, like synth piano from the last song, I felt like it wasn't mixed well enough, and it gets kind of drowned out. So like both that last song and this song, there's a little bit of things that I wish were like brought a little bit more forward. But overall, I liked it. I mean, I like summery tropical songs, so not unexpected.
This is probably the
Andrew
weakest
hated
song
it.
in the album for me. Sorry.
Called it.
Like, just because I like the song, like the verses, I don't mind. It's just I don't really like repetitive choruses, and especially for a Japanese single or a Japanese album, I feel like repeating "Fallen in Love" like 100 times is just kind of weak. and I know her Japanese is improved because I heard it on. You can hear it on Voice. So like I feel like they could do something better, like lyrically, with this. So yeah, it just compared to how much I enjoyed everything else, it just fell really flat.
All right. So the next track is called Vanilla, which is in lowercase. Anyways, this song has like a really nice deep bass line, which works really well with like the huge amounts of like reverb being used on the vocals, and I think the and on the other instrumentals as well, they use a lot of reverb, and I think it makes the like composition overall sound really like huge sounding, and I think the chorus really benefits from that, sounding like really huge and powerful, and I think that's really the most like effective thing about this song. I really liked it.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. I love the way the intensity of the beat just like ebbs and flows throughout the song. Like it keeps building and being brought back. And then the anti-drop with like the vibrating synth was really nice. It was something I didn't really expect, which then builds more into a more intense chorus with some like horns and stuff. But I like how the chorus is kind of short and then it goes back to that like more chill song. I just love the way the song, like, yeah, it kind of ebbs and flows. Like the beat just builds and drops back and forth. It's very interesting and keeps your ear.
Yeah. As a big fan of just like electropop and like synthwave type elements, because there's a bit of that in this song, like during the build up to the chorus that I wish it sort of like played up a bit more, because I felt like it would have added to this. I enjoyed the song still, but like I was just kind of sad that like what you hear in that the verse and the pre-chorus just kind of gets drowned out a bit by the in the chorus. But obviously, yeah, like I feel like the vocals more than make up for that element, and I kind of get what I'm asking for later on in the album. But it's for, as much as I enjoyed it, I wish they could have played up that part of the instrumental a bit more, just because I felt like it would have added to it. And I mean, it was already there, so they just basically just had to turn it up essentially.
Yeah. So the next song is called Turned and Burnt, which is an interesting song name. So yeah, I think this is definitely like a change in pace in the album, for the rest of the album at least. It's like a really fun like pop song with super deep bass lines and layered vocals. I think this is probably like the new, like most new sounding, I guess, as far as like the style and genre goes. I think maybe it's my favorite on the album. And yeah, I think it's super fun. I hope she like continues, maybe not for title track, but for B-sides and future albums, expands upon this style.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was awesome instrumentals. I thought, like you said, it starts with like a really great bass line and like catchy synth, and then it adds the layer of like horns and other stuff too. But I was talking with Cooper, and I kind of agree with him. I think he mentions it in his review, but like I think this song, in my opinion, is one of Taeyeon's weakest vocal songs, because she just doesn't go anywhere. Like it's the same, like her singing is the same intensity the entire song, and so for me it got a little like bland. Like the instrumental is really good, but I think just her vocals in the song just were like just uncharacteristically like samey and boring, in my opinion.
I mean, it might just be the style of song that she's approaching, because if you think about it, like, because I guess there's kind of like two different types of Taeyeon. If you really think about it, there's Taeyeon on like power ballads where there's a audible and there's a noticeable build up to it, and then there's Taeyeon on like, I don't know, like idol songs or songs like this, like, because I'd say specifically the comparison I'd make for this song is it sounds like either a TTS song or
Yeah, I think that's like an SNSD track.
Yeah, or it sounds like something, or it's very similar to like the type of song that she did for literally like the actual title track of Something New. So yeah, there is definitely, I'd say it's not necessarily a worse Taeyeon. I'd say it's probably just a different Taeyeon in that sense. And
different style,
if you listen to Taeyeon on, like SNSD or just like TTS or OGG or whatever. Like basically, yeah, I don't think there's that noticeable buildup necessarily, just because she's in a group environment and that sort of thing. And same, I guess, like, yeah, I guess one of the complaints you could levy against something new is that I guess her tone was very much in the same range in that sort of way. But I don't think it ruins the song necessarily too much.
No, I don't think it ruins it. It was just noticeable that, like, to me, it's something I just wanted more out of the song.
I feel like what works well with this song though is because I mentioned I found Horizon a bit too repetitive in its chorus, but this one does a good balance of like the la 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 parts with like different lyrics intermixed. I like the lyricism in this song, in all honesty. Again, I know you guys can't really like decipher much of it because it's in Japanese, but I mean like the lyrics on it during the chorus are like talking about like setting everything on fire and all that sort of stuff. So it's like we're talking about Daenerys freaking Taeyeon. I don't know. It's like really cool lyrics. And as always, I'm a big fan of any song that has good bass lines, which is why I like something new. This is again similar to that, along the same lines. Really funky vibe to the song. So yeah, this would probably be a close number 2 in terms of favorites, next to I Found You for me.
I think so for me, like, the issue that I have with it, I think was kind of amplified by the fact that it's after Vanilla, which is the complete opposite and changes in like style and like intensity so much throughout the whole song. I think that didn't help it.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, I like the song and I like especially like the instrumentals. But it was a little disappointing. Her like vocals themselves were disappointing.
Not to mention it was also followed up by the next song.
Yes, which is
called Signal, and it's a cover of the Twice song.
What would you have done if you started playing it and it was literally a cover?
Hell yeah!
Dude, I would have been like, what the hell?
I mean, Signal's like the worst Twice song, but freaking hearing Taeyeon sing it, hell yeah, I'm down for that.
That'd be crazy. So again, once again, with lots of reverb on the vocals to create like a really large sound space. I really liked how the instrumental like clears up before the chorus and then constantly gets like filled with like flowing synths, kind of like again with the like visual element. I think it kind of gives me the visual of like a huge like waterfall flowing during the chorus, and yeah, I think it definitely like lends toward the like emotional delivery of the like chorus. So yeah, overall another really awesome track.
Yeah, this or Vanilla are my favorite. I'm not 100% sure which one. But yeah, in my notes, like you said, I literally said this song has the range I was hoping Turn and Burn had. But yeah, I love the synth-heavy ballads. Like, Taeyeon doesn't make bad or even mediocre ballads, so you know it's going to be good. And this did not disappoint. I really like the echo effect they put on her voice for the Signal part, too. That stood out to me a lot.
Yeah. See, this is what I was mentioning, that I wanted more from Vanilla in terms of like the synth wavy elements to it. Yeah, I got everything I wanted from this song. Specifically, it has more of that build up that you were kind of missing in Turned and Burnt. Maybe not as powerful of vocals compared to the other songs here, but I'd say it's pretty mellow enough, or the build up serves enough of it. Emotional range that you still get the impact of it. So yeah, this was a great way to close out the album for me.
Okay, so now ratings. So for me, I gave a 6.5 out of 7 for music, just because I loved like every single track on the album. But again, with the title track, I wanted to see a little more. I don't know, just something new. No pun intended again. So. Yeah, I gave it a 6.5 out of 7 for music. Overall, everything was super solid. It's really awesome, and I'm definitely going to be listening to this often. And for concept, I gave 2 out of 3. Like, if they had pulled this off, the music video off exactly like how I would like envision it, I would have totally gave it a 3 out of 3. I think it's just an issue of production value as far as the, like, again, production goes on the music video. So I see what they're trying to do, so I wasn't trying to be super harsh there. So yeah, overall 2 out of 3 for concept, and then the overall score I gave a 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, so I gave it a 6, straight 6 out of 7 for music, Turned and Burnt, and then just how I like both Voice and I Found You, but they kind of blend together in my opinion. So it would have been nice even if they were just moved around in the album. Or like obviously Voice being first is not going to change, but like maybe if I Found You is moved after like Horizon or something. But overall I liked the album a lot. Just a couple minor complaints. And then yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 3, same for concept, pretty much the same reasons. Like the music video had some really cool ideas, but it could have been executed better, and there's not really choreography or anything to critique.
So that is straight 8. It's a straight 8.
Yeah.
Crazy 8.
So yeah, on my end, I gave, excuse me, I gave 3 points for the single. I love Voice. I wouldn't mind her actually following up on this, just because I like the improvement that I've heard in Taeyeon's Japanese music over the past couple of years, or just her music, like her voice in general. So I'd like to see more of that. I gave 3 points for the entirety of the album tracks. Yeah, so pretty much the only miss for me was Horizon, but everything else I pretty much enjoyed for the most part. 1.5 for the concept, just because as much as I like the outfits and like the cool like aspect ratio stuff, it like that. Yeah, it was pretty low budget, because it's kind of funny because like. Stay was just a single album, but that got way more of a budget.
A way better
compared
MV.
to, yeah, like compared to like this one.
Yeah,
so
Stay's MV is really good.
Yeah, for as much as I thought that song was okay, the MV was definitely like eye level of like budget and like quality. So I would like more out of that. Like that's probably the only thing that's dragging down this album. So that'd be a 7.5 out of 10 total. But yeah, most of that's just dragged down by concept score. I pretty much loved everything in terms of music. So Cooper's notes are as follows. This is definitely a good album, but most of the tracks kind of blend together and I forget what I've listened to. The standout here is definitely Vanilla. I love the production and her vocals on it the most. The last minute is amazing. Turned and Burnt, however, I think is her weakest song in a long time. Super repetitive and doesn't go anywhere. The title track is pretty good, but not as good as her last few or even 4 seasons. The MV is alright. I like the sets and use of CGI green screen. Overall, this album isn't her worst, but not her best. Kind of middling for me. A 5 out of 7 for music, a 1.5 out of 3 for concept, for a total of 6.5 out of 10. So,
Heretic.
Doing all the calculations, putting it into the calculator, we get a 7.625.
Rounds up to an 8.
No. That rounds
down to 7.5.
Yeah, that rounds down to a 7.5.
Needed to be a 7.75, Jacob.
Let's bring back our old system now.
No.
Yeah, then it would round up.
I mean,
so now mine's a 9.
That's exactly the score I gave it. So I'm pretty much the median on this one. Where it's good.
You gave it a 7.67.
Yeah, I'd say it's good, but I would agree that it's not her best work, and obviously we have to judge. I'd say we have to judge it. It's kind of apples and oranges in comparison to like Japanese and Korean releases, because they obviously put way more effort into like the Korean releases because it's a domestic market. But I still think it's pretty good for what she put out, and I regret us because she had her Japanese tour like the week after we left Tokyo. I was so sad. There's just so much going on.
Didn't they call it Signal?
Something like that.
It was a Signal.
Yeah,
too.
I'm just like, wait. Yeah, and it's funny because they hadn't even announced that she was releasing an album at that point, like at all. Like this kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think
they did yet. No.
Yeah, this is kind of just like out of the blue. Or they might have announced that she was releasing a single, but not a full album or a mini album like this. So it was kind of surprising that way. So let us know what your thoughts are on Taeyeon's voice. Did you like it? Do you like her Japanese music at all? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you rate it? No, I'm not gonna steal
like it. Don't
shit.
Like it.
No.
Love it. Don't want it.
Yeah. So let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. No, you're not doing your picky.
I'm so picky.
Shameless plugging.
I'm
Anyways,
gonna plug it so much.
anyways, topic 2, we have another album review of the new mini album from EXID, which is pretty long awaited, in my opinion at least.
Also their
And
last.
yes, also their last for the foreseeable future, and it is called
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the first of
Nintendo
2
Wii.
album reviews called
Called
Wii
Wii.
today.
You're breaking my
Wii.
joke.
But yeah, I don't care what you random fans are gonna come on and comment on our video and be like, "Oh, they're not
Don't click
disbanding." It's like,
Yeah.
they're
Indefinite
don't get your
hiatus.
hopes up.
Indefinite
Every
hiatus.
group hasn't. The last 10 girl groups that have disbanded haven't disbanded, but they're never coming back. Don't get your hopes up.
Who knows? But yeah, indefinite hiatus is what they've called it. I believe we mentioned it a couple weeks ago, but Hani and Jungwa did not renew their contracts with Banana Culture, while everyone else did. So they still agreed to participate in the comeback and promotions for this, but after that, it is a indefinite hiatus. Yep. Or they're
think
probably
they
gonna look
also
for
have
they're gonna look for other companies. So.
I think also they technically have one more year in Japan because their Japanese contracts are a year longer. So there's still a tour or maybe a Japanese album that might come out in the next year. But that's just Japanese activities, I think is what I
Probably
heard.
just be tours, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or they just let it run out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be taking the lead on this one since no one wants to touch EXID with a 10-foot pole. Okay, so EXID Wii. I mean, yeah. I'll get to my thoughts on this.
There.
Yeah, I'll get to my thoughts on this, but this might be, just to preface this is probably one of the most divisive albums I've felt, or the most divisive I felt over an album in a long time.
Not for me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely for me.
Spoilers.
Starting off with the single called Me&You, in all caps and no spaces. Since we're gonna start divulging the lettering of each song now. Just plain and simply, and to put it bluntly, okay, please don't click off, but this song is completely fucking ruined by the chorus. That's all. That's literally. It's a good song that's ruined by the chorus. I'll have to preface it by saying that, because I'm completely into the song. Going in, I'm just oh, okay, they're going back to a bit of R&B type feel, and then the chorus is this stupid, generic, boring as hell, freaking Moonbaton, tropical freaking EDM basically EDM has proliferated itself, or this type of electronic music has proliferated itself to the point that there's probably royalty free drops. It sounds like they just did one of those, or just they just copy pasted some generic ass drop and put it in the middle of a good song. And I think that's what pisses me off about the song more than anything, is that if it was just a regular okay EXID song, I probably wouldn't be so up in arms about it, but there was a good song here that they just completely ruined by the choice of adding that drop into it. Basically, again, I know I'm really going in on it, but it really deserves it. It sounds like they're trying to imitate Blackpink, but just 100 times worse. And if you know my opinions on Blackpink, that should say something about it. It sounds when a song makes the drop from Kill This Love sound good. That's saying something. I'd rather take the obnoxious horns from Kill This Love than this dun 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 that you've heard in a billion other EDM songs. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the biggest gripe I have with this song, and it sucks because I love the vocals in it that they showcase. I love how they interweave Ellie's rapping parts. Despite the dun 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 dun, dun the stupid the stupid drop, when they incorporate that into the bridge, it's actually really well done. Yeah, there's just I think that's just what kills the song for me, is that chorus. And I mean, I feel that's kind of the point of most songs. So for that to be for them to drop the ball that hard on it, was just really disappointing in terms of the visual or like the concept aspect of it. Like the bride outfits look nice. Like that's probably like one of the only good things, maybe, because some of the outfits that they have, like like those neon colored outfits they have towards the end.
Yeah.
Like some of that, like it looks like they're trying to recreate like 2012 Hyuna, so it looks super outdated. Or like 2012 4-minute, like super outdated. Granted, like I guess EXID in a nutshell is a group that's trying to recapture early 2010s like magic in a way, and they've just been. That's pretty. I think that's what Shin Sung Dong Tiger is. He just thinks it's like 2013 and just keeps making the same music that's from that era. If you really think about it, so. The bride outfits, they look nice. Those neon outfits look super outdated. I don't know what the fuck they were doing for choreography though. Like there's no choreography in this song in all honesty. And I checked the dance practice video specifically to make sure there's like no the backup dancers do more dancing than actual like EXID members do. And the only exception is obviously ELE, because ELE had a leg injury prior to them doing like live stages and everything. But I mean, like, there's no excuse for the rest of the members not to have at least more of an interesting choreography. Like, I really don't know what part. I don't know who signed off on this. I know EXID's choreography might not be their best thing, but when you literally make one of the most iconic, like, dance moves in all of K-pop with up and down, like, anything less of that, I guess, is just a disappointment. So, I don't know. This song is just like a super mixed bag for me. Like there's a lot to like here, but there's a lot that just really pisses me off. So, Jacob, you seem to like it a lot more than I do.
Yeah, so I thought the song started off as an awesome EXID track and kind of ends off as kind of just a good track for me. The beginning vocals have okay, I don't know why they wrote that there. In the beginning, the vocals are awesome. The rap is pretty good too, and it uses a lot of nice synths. Then after the build up to the chorus, it kind of just goes into a drop chorus, like Blackpink style, which was disappointing on my first listen. But since then, I think it's grown on me, and I do like the song, but it loses points on the music score for the drop, although I do not think it entirely ruins the song.
Okay.
And me, who does think it entirely ruins the song, just like
okay,
Andrew.
so you're in my camp, Nate.
I'm 100% in your camp. And my first line in my notes is another anticipated 2019 girl group release, another disappointment. Because that's what this year has been to me. We get like No and Kill This Love, which has grown on me.
Senorita.
Like Senorita's grown on me. See, it's weird. Like I don't think this one will grow on me, and No didn't grow on me, but Senorita and
I'd rather listen to those other songs.
Have grown on me.
Yeah, for as much as I railed on those other songs, I have no plans to ever listen to this song ever again.
Well, Momoland, though. Momoland's the other complete, utter garbage one.
Yeah.
No, Momoland is still garbage.
Yeah. But no, yeah,
I've heard
song,
it so many times on the street, and it's still garbage.
Oh, really?
Because, I don't know.
I've never listened to it. I haven't listened to it
Just cover
ever.
your ears.
Yeah. But no, yeah, for this song, I'm entirely with Andrew. I thought it started out really strong. I was like, okay, this is a pretty standard EXID song, but it's good. It's got a great guitar accompaniment. The pre-chorus vocals are amazing. They kill it like they always do. And then it drops into like this garbage knockoff Blackpink song, and the chorus sounds so bad and the verses sound so good. Like, I just don't understand what they were thinking. Like, why did they ruin their goodbye single?
A perfectly
like this?
good,
Like,
yeah.
This
It's
is
just
this is their goodbye single.
Not like this.
And,
not like this. Like,
like,
you can't like leave us on this note. Like,
yeah.
this is like this is the equivalent of musical blue balls. Essentially, they're just leaving you hanging here.
Well, I don't agree with that because we'll get to it, but I think this is actually their strongest album. But this song in particular is I wrote this. I think this is their best album and their worst single.
Worst song. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like, and that's the thing. Like, don't get any of us wrong. Like, we all like EXID to some degree. Like, I love EXID. Nate, you hate ELE.
Oh yeah,
so.
it's a meme that I hate EXID, but I love EXID. I probably followed EXID before most people, but
yeah,
it's just Ellie's horrible English sexual lyrics that I hate.
But no, which we'll get to later. But I mean, I feel like most of us, or I just all of us just in general feel like a lot of frustration with EXID because we want to like their music, but there's so many, and they've shown music that they're capable.
I liked them the whole time.
They've shown that they're capable of putting out music.
I mean, I've liked
like.
most of their other music.
I mean, I don't know. I've just been really hit or miss on them. Like, basically, I loved Lady. I hated DDD. Like,
Yeah,
I hated DDD. That's true.
Good
I forgot that song
I was
existed.
and I love you. Like, basically, just like EXID just puts me on this stupid emotional roller coaster that I want them to do, like, put out nothing but good music, but it's just like they keep doing shit like this song in itself is a microcosm of my feelings about EXID, where they have good music that's ruined by certain elements, and I feel like I love. Don't get me wrong, I love Shinseongdong Tiger, but I feel like they need someone. They're probably done, but
they're not getting anyone else anymore.
Maybe they should have gotten.
It would have been
else
cool to hear.
Yeah. Like
someone else give them a shot.
And I know like EXID is his baby, but I mean I feel like it's just they stagnate or they just do stupid shit that just like makes no sense or ruins songs. Yeah. So I feel like it would have been nice to get like fresh eyes on what they could have done with a group.
Yeah.
Anyway,
finishing up my thoughts. I'm not done. But yeah, and then I like the proof that it's just a bad knockoff Blackpink song is like even the ending is just a standard YG knockoff ending.
Yeah.
Like they do the exact same thing that Kill This Love does. It's just like this anthem ending. So like yeah, and then for the music video, I agree. It was the choreo is not existent. But the music video just overall is like very basic. I think the styling is very basic. The sets are very basic. They look good in the styling, but it's not special. And then yeah, the choreography is just not good because it basically doesn't exist. They're kind of just like sitting there swaying and not really moving very much.
Yeah, like you'd think with a dance break you'd do some, actual dancing instead of just sitting there like moving your arms like an idiot or something. Like,
But I hope if you're an EXID fan, you're still around because
they probably
all I
click
have
off
left
the
is
video.
praise.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that like I almost like pretty much every song that comes after this I fucking love. So let's get into the good stuff now.
Okay, good.
So
thank God.
yeah,
No, it's
I was
just
I was going to be worried for you guys' mental health if you didn't like the rest ones.
No,
Rest
like I said, it's their best album.
yeah.
It's
This
their
is
worst
like
single.
this is like god tier EXID like album.
If you
tracks.
cut out this single, this is a 10 out of 10 album.
Yeah,
Bernie.
probably. It's crazy. Anyway, let's move on to We Are with 3 dots after it.
2 dots.
2 dots.
It's only 2.
Okay, I thought it.
It's very specific.
Okay, 2 dots.
Because
I usually put
I
3
don't know
when
why.
I do ellipses.
Well, yeah, it's 3 is a normal amount, but they only did 2.
because it's
Why can't EXID do anything right?
in between the letters.
Anyway, so yeah, when I first heard this song, I was just pissed off, but not because this song is bad, because it shows that EXID is capable of actual good music. Like it's just like I'm just like, why couldn't this have been the single? I think that's probably what the problem is with the EXID is they're capable of good music, but all the good music that they put out just doesn't get over, so to speak, because this kind of reminds me like the type of like R&B that they're doing on this song in terms of vocals. Instrumental reminds me a lot of like Night Rather Than Day, which is probably still some of my favorite EXID albums and music in general, but like it's not what people know EXID as, so it's just not as widely accepted, unfortunately.
I think the big problem is that the companies always try to like make a meme out of the title track.
Yeah, or
whether that's
super
like
mainstream.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're trying to get it to clubs and stuff like that with this song. Not with We Are, but with Me&You. And I think honestly, if they just put out stuff that's exactly like the rest of the album, like I think they would get known as kind of I don't know. I just feel like older audiences would still pick them up.
Yeah,
like people beyond just the average K-pop fan.
Don't get your single to be played in clubs. Get it to be played in coffee shops.
Yeah, basically. Like
just put out like a solid like
look
R&B
at IU. Look at Becky.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
if you really think about it, like in terms of like vocal talent on EXID, they're probably more akin to like a Mamamoo as opposed to like
Mamamoo.
Another...
One of these songs sounds very similar to a Mamamoo song.
Yeah, like they're more akin to like a group like Mamamoo as opposed to a group like Blackpink. So I feel like a lot of what this is, just in general, just like to sum up the group in general, I've never really liked EXID's like edgy like hype songs because a lot of it just feels like they're trying to. It just feels like for the past 5 or 6 years or so, they've been trying to recapture the magic of Up and Down, but just haven't it just never worked again. And granted, and that's probably just Sungkyunkwan Tiger in a nutshell. Like, he's gotten in trouble for like plagiarism stuff before with like Momoland. It just feels like he's the definition of beating something with beating a dead horse at this point. Whereas with these songs, it feels so fresh. Like, it annoys me that Sungkyunkwan Tiger is capable of stuff like I'm so hot, and then something like this, where it's like a really nice...
You know what he should try to recapture the magic of?
What?
I Feel Good. That's one of EXID's best title tracks, and nobody ever listens to it.
Yeah.
Because it's
like,
pretty up and down.
To it.
Like, I feel like...
It's so good.
Yeah, I just feel like, EXID, like, I feel like they've just gotten the wrong read on what their strengths are for the past... however many years or so are. Like, if EXID just became an R&B focused group, a la like a Mamamoo or a Red Velvet, this would probably be one of my favorite groups in all honesty, because again, they have the vocal talent for it between like Solji and Ellie and Hyerin. Like, there's good singers here, and they keep putting them on songs where they don't get to showcase that, or they just write the most boring generic melodies for them, whereas on songs like this, they really get to shine. So that's why what I mean by this song kind of pissed me off when... Like, it's literal proof that they have the talent and they have the capability of putting out good music. So, Jacob, you liked everything else from here on?
Yeah, totally. I love the vocal synths they used in the intro of the song. I thought Hani and Jungwa's like whispery vocals sounded amazing. I thought that was really cool. The chorus with like the robotic sounding vocal synths, I thought that was really cool. And again, like, it's a super, like, catchy track that immediately, like, outshined the title track immediately. Like, I think, again, if they would promote with something like this, I think it would catch on, because it's kind of a... I think they should be... Again, like, rather than get played in the clubs or coffee shops, I think they should get played on people's MP3 players, you know what I mean? Like, and by that I mean on their phone, obviously, but...
Yeah.
No, they're pulling out their iPods and their Zunes.
Hey, no, what are you talking about? In
like,
Korea,
I'm gonna listen to EXID and my Zoom.
Korea and Japan have like, or the MP3.
I'd say more so Japan.
The MP3
Definitely.
market, like, or I forget what Korean company was making, like specific, like, you know, those like high end like MP3 players, like
the audiophile ones,
yeah, like they can play like FLAC files and like the most pristine quality, like shit like that is still popular over in Asia, so.
When we were in Japan, I saw like several guys, like it was usually old guys, but I saw several old guys with iPods.
Yeah.
Like one guy had like an iPod Touch and he was listening to that.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I agree. Like, I thought the like retro style synth backing vocals that you talked about, Jacob, were really cool, and the instrumentals, like, they help the song start out really strong, and then it gets even better when the vocals come in. I think Ellie's rap fits this song perfectly.
Yeah.
I love her voice so much more with like a chill vibe like this, as opposed to the like more hype stuff. I just think it fits better. And yeah, the vocals in the song can't be understated. They just sound so good.
So moving on, we're on to the vibe. So yeah, more R&B vocals, R&B like instrumentals and everything. I'd say kind of a different type of R&B in comparison to what we got with We Are. I'd say the only thing that probably brings us down a bit is maybe just like the instrumental doesn't pick up at any point really, even in the chorus. But I still think the vocals carry it for the most part. So I still really enjoy the song overall.
Yes.
Jacob.
Oh, I'm next. Okay, great. All right. So I thought this was a really interesting, like, electronic R&B track. I thought the mixture of like pianos with the synths and vocal samples in the instrumental was a really cool choice. And again, like on this track, I thought Hani's voice again like really stood out to me, even though she isn't like one of the main vocals. But I think like again, what your comment was earlier about how EXID like vocally is a lot more like a group like Mamamoo is really true, because like even the ones who are not the main vocals are still really capable vocalists.
Yeah.
So, and I think this song really proves that.
I absolutely love this song. I think this is one of my favorite EXID songs. Like
just in general.
No, I like the piano and ad libs at the beginning were so good, and the song's just so like smooth and perfect. I love the like falsetto like woos that are being used in the instrumental, and just like the mix of piano and guitar. Just everything about the song I loved. This is exactly what I want from them. So like, yeah, it just amplifies how much I didn't like Me&You, like hearing these
pretty much,
album tracks.
Like the more I listen to this album, just made me more and more angry at me. I think that's why we go in on it so much. Is that it's just juxtaposed next to such good music that it makes it like look like 10 times worse in comparison.
Just do what I do and make best of playlists so that you can just put all the best songs in one playlist.
Or how about we sneak into Banana Culture's office and just delete this song off of like
file.
just delete the master file. We go into every person that bought the CD and just like erase just Me&You and like keep everything else. Delete it off.
Me&You virus. It automatically encrypts it.
We need like remember when Kanye was like, "I'm a fix wolves." Like we need that moment with EXID where they changed where like he fixed the instrumental for Wolves changed from when it was on Tidal to when it was put on like Spotify and like Apple Music and everything. So like
Is
we
it
need
better
that.
now?
Yeah, it's better now. We need that, but except to just delete Me&You. Just delete. We should start the delete.
Funny if you made it worse.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, no. Okay, moving on. We're on to How You Doing. This was produced by someone not named Shinsung Tiger, and it immediately shows, for better or worse. It was produced by Beverly Kids. They haven't done much else, but I really like the instrumentals here. It kind of reminds me of another producer that EXID has worked with. Not necessarily
Weezer.
EXID.
I'm
No.
kidding.
Not necessarily EXID. Do you remember that?
It's because he said Beverly Kids.
Beverly Kids.
That's like a bad.
It's like where did Weezer
No,
come from?
that's you know, there's people that are born like after that song now that are almost like teenagers. Anyway,
Jacob.
I was not.
He doesn't even know what American Pie is. He was living under a rock.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I'm gonna exterminate all 90s kids.
you're a 90s kid. What are you
You're a
talking
90s. You're kill yourself.
No, I don't care. It's worth the cause. The world will thank me.
You meant
Anyway,
early 90s
so
kids.
yeah, speaking in terms of production, it kind of reminds me of the producer Pink Moon that they worked with. Pink Moon, the producer, did a song or does a lot of like these like club like trance house songs.
And they do wasn't it Jungwa's song? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
Jungwa's song, like Alice. Like it kind of gave me that vibe, so I really like this song specifically. And again, it definitely like the funkiness of it definitely reminds you a lot of like Night Rather Than Day. Like the bass line is incredible too. Also, Ellie's wonderful lyrics, and I quote, "Stop boy and let's get naked." Enough said.
Yep.
That's going in the list.
That should have been Nate's.
I was saying that should have been Nate's. That should have been Nate's
Winky
thing.
Miki didn't put out greatest English lyrics in the world.
Okay. Anyways, EXID keeping the streak with another really amazing song. Again, like the bass line on this track is so fun. Like it really makes the song. I don't think it would have landed as well as it did without it. I think I guess it's the glue that holds it all together. The vocals in the chorus hit really hard and are definitely like effective in their delivery. And yeah, like overall, this is definitely my favorite track on the album. I love this.
Yeah, I like you said, I thought that was great funky bass paired with like their really smooth vocals. And there's like a piano synth that they're using that sounds like a muted trumpet almost.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good like synth to use. And the song builds like gradually exactly like how I like music to build. So yeah, I thought this was another great track.
Moving on, we're on to Midnight, which was actually produced by Chungkyun of the group Trey, another Banana Culture group. So,
Trey's so good.
Yeah,
Jacob,
so-
have you listened to Trey yet?
No, I still haven't.
yo,
actually.
listen to Trey. It's so fucking good.
Okay, I will.
It's like early ballad Big Bang.
Okay, yeah.
That's
I'll
all
check
you need
them
to
out.
know. And I mean, you could cut you.
It's
you
a
could feel
group
that
and not an artist, right?
it's a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a trio.
Yeah,
Nice.
you could feel that production. You could kind of feel
Trey.
that, makes sense. Like Trey, like anyway, you can kind of feel that a bit on this song. You know, anything. Like you never really like EXID definitely sticks to their staples of either something R&B influenced or something that's trying to be a club banger, and so them kind of tackling this like indie vibe with like more electric guitar and everything was definitely. It's very refreshing to hear this from EXID because again they never really touch on it. And also just the way that the melody is written was almost instantly memorable. The do like that kind of post chorus part that's like do. Like again, it makes good use of the vocal talent that they have there, and it for a pretty mellow song too. They don't need to belt or anything. Also, I'm a sucker for like background noise and details, like the iPhone notification that happens at the beginning of the song is really cool details. Like basically, I love everything about the production of this song. I'd love to see. That actually makes me pretty like excited for both what Trey could do in the future, considering like Changhyun's pretty good at producing, it seems, and also maybe what work he could do with EXID members or EXID if they're still around in the future. Like let Changhyun produce the next single instead of Shin Sung-kyung Tiger just stealing all the work essentially. Instead of relying on Shin Sung-kyung Tiger copying from other people essentially. So yeah, this is a great in terms of like actual like songs. This is a great way to close out the album.
So it's definitely softer than the other tracks in the album, but I still think it's a really fun like pop track. I like the use of the guitar kind of like as a metronome throughout the song, and it's like the use of like trap hi-hats is usually like something I really don't like, but I don't think it's annoying or like, and it actually works well.
It's very tasteful.
Like it's not yeah, exactly, like it's not super like gratuitous like it is on a lot of other songs. So yeah, another awesome track.
Yeah, I really like the guitar. I love the accompanying vocals with like the yas and all the different like accompanying vocal stuff that happens in the song. And I thought the trumpet part really stood out. I love how it matches the vocals, and then after each line it has its own little like more complex part. That really stood out to me. I thought this was a perfect mix of like vocals and instrumentals. It's just a really, really good song.
And to round out the album, we've got Lady Urban Mix. So this is a remix or I guess 5 or a full group mix of Lady, which came out last year. So this song was partially remixing the instrumentals and partially incorporating Solji back into the vocals. They add like this interesting sort of like pre-chorus part that's just her. And even as someone that loved the original Lady, like the New Jack Swing vibe, I like this one surprisingly a lot, just because it's got this like really chill like horns and like synths. Basically, I was comparing this to like it sounds like something off of like the Persona 3 soundtrack, which is a lot of these like really chill like horn in dominated songs. So yeah, I'm really happy with this remix. Like, usually, very rarely do remixes improve songs or just like build upon songs in a way that you like it almost better
Unless
than the
you're
original
YG.
version. Unless you're YG, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get to that later. But like, yeah, this is a surprisingly good improvement in all honesty.
So I honestly might like this better than the original song. I'm not sure yet though, because I already love the original to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, the trumpet use I thought was really nice. The bass line is funky. And they added like new verses, right?
Yeah, or they
Yeah,
added, they added a bit.
I thought
just
so,
so
at
that,
least.
yeah, so that Solji would have lines, because remember she was
Yeah,
still
again,
on.
that's what I wrote, was I assumed to use as Solji's part, which was nice. And yeah, like still super catchy song that is maybe even better now in the new mix. So
Yeah, I think with adding Solji and then like the vocal style they used to this remix, this is what I was talking about. Like, this sounds like a Mamamoo cover of Lady. Like, they sound like Mamamoo, like the vocal parts of the song, just their vocal style. And yeah, I love. It's just another fantastic example of like funky instrumentals with horns that like kind of happens throughout this whole album, and just really ties the album together. I really love the bells that accompany the I don't understand part. I thought those came out really well. Yeah, I love this remix. I think I like it better than the original as well.
Mm. So, getting on to scores. Okay.
0 out of 3.5. Did you give it a 0?
I was very lenient. I was 0.5? Very lenient. I gave it a 1.5 just because
1.5. Wow, that's way higher than I thought you give the title
it's
track.
literally the only. Okay, so for the single, for Me and You, I'm scoring that. I gave that 1.5 points out of a possible 3.5. That is leaving like that's the only saving grace of it is again that bridge and the verses, like literally like the drop chorus brings it down that much. Like basically, it would have been, I would have enjoyed the song just fine if it wasn't for that. And conversely, I am giving a full 3.5 out of 3.5 for the album track. Like again, it's some of my lowest. It's like the lowest single score and the highest. Like there's some like 9 out of 9 albums that I haven't even given like full marks for the album tracks for. So like this is unprecedented. 7 out of 7, you mean? Yeah, like Well, yeah, basically like there's some albums that I haven't even given like full marks for, and yet I'm giving full marks for the album tracks on this one. So again, we're literally every song on here is good. Every album track on here I will listen to again repeatedly. That's very rare, especially from like EXID, who's usually only known for making like singles or in terms of like what's memorable. Concept, I'm giving a 1 out of 3 because it's fucking garbage. Like literally, the only saving grace of the Concept score is just like the bride outfits, because those are amazing, and yeah, I think they all look good in that. So that's a 6 out of 10, and that's pretty lenient for me in all honesty. Like this could have been, for as much as I hated Me and You, it could have been much worse. But like literally, like if the album tracks weren't good, this might have been like a 3 or a 4 in all honesty. So that just
I could see that.
That just goes to show how good the album tracks are in this, and that. Yeah, really, it's a mixed bag, but like it's not. That's why you can't really look at albums like very surface level. You have to look at everything in terms.
Yeah, don't just listen to singles.
Yeah, because there's so much more here to enjoy.
Stop it.
Yep. So a 6 out of 10. Nate, Jacob, what would you yours?
Jacob goes first.
Music, I was kind of like teetering between 6.5 and 7, to be honest, because I still do like the title track. I don't know. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 7.
I was like, give it a 7 to counteract us.
Yep. So, and then
not that I gave it a low score,
because the concept wasn't. I thought the music video was fine. It just was nothing special, and so overall 9 out of 10. Amazing album.
That's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. You guys are being so harsh.
No, we're not.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not even
because
that
of
harsh.
the title track.
I'm not even that
30
harsh.
seconds.
No. So, like I said, it would be a 10 out of 10 without the single. I actually wasn't that harsh for music because the album tracks were so good, and the fact that the concept ruins the album score anyway. So I gave it a 6 out of 7 for music. I could have been a little harsher. I was wavering between dropping at a point or a point and a half, but I decided just a 6 because the album tracks are so good. And then I agree with Andrew. I gave it a 1 out of 3 for a concept because the choreography is really bad. The music video is very basic. It just didn't deserve choreography more than 1. So I gave it a 7 out of 10. Without the single, 10 out of 10 easy.
Cooper, who's probably the biggest EXID fan out of all of us, had this to say. Me and You is definitely the weirdest hiatus/goodbye song I've ever heard. I really don't know what to think of it as a whole. I really love the verses and pre-chorus, but the drop is so weird. But after several listens, I kind of like it now. I also like hype and loud YG stuff, so this is basically that. I think it's because it's mixed with the choreography and the music video. It's just incredibly messy. The dance does not match the chorus at all. It just looks silly to me. The MV is also super cheap, and the camera work during the last minute is terrible. terrible. Blonde Solji is a winner, though. I agree. The album tracks are always what I look forward to in an EXID release, and they deliver some of their best here. We Are, the vibe, and what you doing are perfection. Their vocals get to shine in these tracks. Midnight is a really good closer, and then the Lady OT5 remix is just as good as the original. If this is their last album as OT5, I'm at least glad it's this good. 6.5 out of 7 for music. A 0.5 out of 3 for concept. Cooper went in. So that is a 7 out of 10. So, adding up all the scores, putting it into the calculator, it rounds to a 7.5 out of 10, which is shockingly high. We gave it the same...
I saved it.
It has the same score as Voice by Taeyeon.
Actually, I agree with that. Well, I mean, I gave it the same score as Taeyeon, so I agree with that, because Taeyeon's musical quality wasn't as good, like, in general, but it's just Taeyeon's was more cohesive.
Yeah.
Like, the single was much better.
That's the thing. I guess
in my
it's...
opinion.
Yeah, that's
the album tracks make up so much. Like,
yeah.
If these album tracks were just standard level album tracks, this album would have gotten, like, a 5 from me. But the album tracks are so good.
Yeah, and that shouldn't be
like
understated.
their best music.
Yeah, so I'm happy with the album tracks. Just launch Me&You into the sun, basically. It's like I said before, it's kind of a microcosm of how I feel with EXID. Just like there's a lot of stuff I love, but there's just like frustrating, annoying decisions that sort of like tend to hinder the group from me fully accepting them or just like fully like embracing them. So like I'm, in all honesty, I'm still probably gonna buy this album physically just because I hope they're not dead entirely, or just I love the album tracks so much, and I love the Bride outfits too. So hopefully those are the photo cards. So
also, Jacob, you can't get mad at us for giving it a somewhat low score. You gave Takeoff a 6.
Yeah, you gave it yeah,
it wasn't that good.
It was so good.
It was not.
The disparity between Jacob,
so
the disparity between Jacob off show and on show is just there's an ocean. So anyway, those are our thoughts on EXIDs. Did you like Me&You as a single? Do you think it was a good send off for EXID? Did you agree with us that some of the album tracks are amazing? Did you like them as much? Did you like the urban remix of Lady? So yeah.
Hell yeah.
What are your thoughts overall on the group? Do you think they're dead? Do you want to see them come back? Yes, I do want to see them come back, despite how conflicted I am.
Yes, they're dead. Yes, I want to see them come back.
Anyway,
they won't, but I want them to.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yes.
Topic 3.
Topic 3. We got Winner with the same album.
Yes. So, the first track is Me&You. What do you think of Me&You?
Garbage.
No, actually, the first track is a cover of EXID.
On the album, which is a cover of the
album, which is a cover of the EXID album.
Who fucked up that they ended up releasing these the same week?
No, I know. No, the same day. They came out the exact same time.
Same day? What?
Yeah, these released the exact same second on the internet.
That must have been really confusing trying to look up EXID, and you just get like winner results.
EXID,
EXID, oops.
So yeah.
And then you just see winner with it's like, what's going on here? You're just
Hey, winner covered by EXID.
I mean, I'd pay to see that. In all honesty, I'd pay good money to see that. So
the choreography.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this. Yeah, the title track is called and I absolutely love this song. I thought this was a great acoustic pop track. The guitar part for the chorus is insanely catchy. The pre-chorus is like a really awesome anthem sound that like really hypes you up. The vocals and the drums work so well together. And then the chorus has a hint of like tropical, like really, really days. It's just fun and easy to follow along and sing to. Just everything about the song was just the epitome of fun. And I think the music video fits it perfectly too. It's colorful, the choreography is fun. Just everything about it fits this song so well. it was such a surprise for me, considering like my view of them is completely ruined by Everyday.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't expect anything going into this, and I think that helped so much because the quality of this song and the album in general were so good.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you that I haven't touched Winter with a 10-foot pole just because Every Day was just an abomination for my ears, which we'll get to later. But yeah, that definitely lowering my expectations, or like not even wanting to listen to this, in all honesty. We just put this in to just fill a spot.
No, yeah, I'm really glad that
we ended up listening to it.
As sad as it is that Ladies Code is just a single album and Wikimiki is just a single album, I would have not listened to this album if we
didn't cover
instead.
it. Yeah. So I'm glad we did end up covering it, because this is a great song. I mean, without juxtaposition, like looking at it in a vacuum, it's your standard boy group, like fun, like upbeat song, but like the slow transition they've made from Every Day into Millions definitely started to like go along more of these lines, but definitely brings it like to the forefront a lot more, which I really enjoy. I really just enjoy this song a lot more than I thought I would. I was talking to Umu over dinner when we were like at dinner with friends about what she thought about it, and she was like, it was alright, because it just kind of sounds like a standard like boy group type thing. But yeah, again, without that juxtaposition, it would seem that way. But again, just hearing Winter go back to something that's actually tolerable to listen to, like the bar is pretty low when it comes to just like anything I'd enjoy from them at this point. And I guess the kind of sad thing is, caught up in how much we just were turned off by Every Day, is how good Yoon's vocals is, because I feel like he carried a lot of the song.
Yeah, their vocalist is so good.
Yeah, just like that pre-chorus part's probably my favorite part of the entire song. I'm a sucker for like really colorful, really creative music videos. Like one of the coolest sets is they're like, it's like a pretty standard trope to have like a set inside of a subway car. Like that's just a thing in K-pop music videos, but they did it in a way that it's basically look like it's drawn with like string and like marker and stuff. Like if you look at the set, it's actually really cool. They build an entire like subway car set just out of like string and marker, like drawing sort of things. That was cool. I just like when boy groups act stupid, because I feel like boy groups are tried so hard to just act super edgy and emo all the time that it's just a turn off. But they're just acting stupid in the movie theater. The choreography looks so fun. Yeah. Oh, like I think DJ said he might do this song for Diet Dance next week, so I'm excited for that, because the choreography looks really, really fun. So I want to try it. Speaking of the choreography, their practice video, or their dance practice video, was done in the same. It was done in the same like dance like studio that DJ did. They practiced at for remember when they were on Stage K, they practiced in that same thing. So that's actually pretty cool to see. But just in general, like I guess to sum it up, this was a huge surprise for me. I did not expect to love this song so much. It's just been stuck in my head, in all honesty, for the past couple of weeks. It's deceptively catchy. It is a deceptively catchy song.
It would have been stuck in my head if Wikimiki didn't exist.
Jacob.
All right.
Jacob hated it somehow.
No, I didn't hate it.
Okay, good.
I wrote, obviously, again, the joke cover of the EXID song, and this is a cover of the new EXID album. Jokes aside, though, this song is like much of an improvement over their previous few releases, especially Every Day. I think this track sort of like continues their summer / like tropical vibe that they've been sticking with since Taeyeon's departure, which I think is fine. And I think this is the best title they've come out with since Really Really. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, by far.
Next we have Zoo, a cover of the Red Velvet song.
Yes.
But so this is interesting because it's a little bit more of what I expected for Winter, because it takes that acoustic sound of and it adds a little bit more of a hip hop like style to it. Like there's more rap focus. But I think the singing during the pre-chorus is great. Once again, like you said, their vocalist is so good. It really surprised me because you just don't think like I just don't have that picture of Winner in my head. They're just like a standard hip hop.
Yeah, that's the thing though, because Winner,
like they're a YG hip hop group. So like Big Bang has great vocals and like but you just don't think of them that way.
Well, I mean, I did at first because my first exposure to Winner was
mine was Empty.
Yeah, Empty. And Empty's like mostly a
really,
vocal
really,
song.
so.
And then it like they almost like got changed into like this like trap or like this like I don't know like more hype group. So yeah, like just that like I guess like image was different or just it's weird to see it now, I guess, in comparison.
Okay, yeah. Nate, if you haven't listened to their first 2 albums, like just do it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like what did
really
they do to Winner?
I really haven't listened to much Winner at all. I've listened to their single, like since we started, I've listened to their title tracks, and that's pretty much about it. So my experience before this album was really, really Everyday and Millions. So like that's
but, like,
all I've heard.
Empty is probably one of my like Empty's maybe like a top like I don't know 500 K-pop songs.
Yeah.
Empty, Sentimental, Baby Baby, also good.
Yeah. So yeah, getting back to Zoo though, yeah, like there's more of a rap focus than here, but the singing once again is really great. I really like the chorus. I thought it was great use of trumpet and other synths that really fit that jungle feeling. It doesn't go as crazy as Zoo. It needed more Tarzan yells. It didn't as Red Velvet's do, but it did still fit that like jungly feeling. Also, I love the use of flute. You don't hear flute very often in K-pop at all.
Trap flute.
So it was really cool to hear flute in this song. But yeah, I needed Solgi to feature and do some Tarzan. Tarzan yells.
No.
So anyways, yeah, I like this track. It started out almost like a jazzy sort of song, and then it like after the first couple verses, it like quickly just transitioned into a trap pop song. But it was like non-egregious, so again, I didn't hate it.
Non-egregious. That's all it. That's your like defining line is if it's.
Oh yeah, it's either like completely trash or it's good.
There's nothing in between.
Yeah. Like it's so easy to mess it up. But anyways, I think this most reminds me of like Mino's Fiance, which came out a few months ago. So that was also a really good song as well. So
yeah, I did listen. I did listen to that.
This is good.
I guess I'm going third now. So.
Wait, you didn't talk about it?
No, I didn't.
No. You just went after me.
Oh, you were reading. Oh, I thought Andrew was reading.
No, I'm reading.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, it doesn't matter. The order is the same no matter who reads.
Yeah.
Our order is always me, Andrew, you. And then
Luke that's why I...
Me.
Oh, yeah, you did talk first, didn't you?
Yeah, you went after me.
Anyway, so I love this, like, I love the song immediately, because, it has that chill, like, vibe to it. Like, the only comparison I make to this is, like, whenever I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 and I go to Galadin K, just, like, that type of, like, chill Caribbean, like, island music type vibe. Yeah. I'm such a sucker for ad-libs, so, like, because I wanted to look up the lyrics of the song because it was kind of funny. So like she was like it's basically like talking about like a girl where like they talk to like the girl goes from like talking to the or like not talking to them for weeks and then randomly like messaging them. So that's where the what the fuck kind of like part of the song comes in.
Oh, okay.
And then like they name drop or there's a part of the song where it's literally called like the lyrics go. Your contacts list is like a Wikipedia article, so it's just like all the lyrics are hilarious in the song. So again, I love this side of Winter when they just get to be fun and stupid. It just embodies that like everything that I love about this side of the group. In all honesty, so yeah, this is a favorite song for me, and I'd go back to this in a heartbeat. In all honesty, I just love. I definitely feel that like Mino influence in it definitely. Just I'd like to see more of this even as a single. In all honesty, just like putting this for like these chill like hip hop songs on the forefront would do wonders for them. I think.
Next we have Mola, and I thought the intro build was like so hype for this song. I really love the song. I thought the vibrato synth, the other vocals are fantastic. The choice of brass synths to really hype you up. And I really like how the instrumentals take the focus during the chorus. And then the opposite for the verses. The vocals are really good during those verses. But it's nice to have a little bit more of an instrumental focused chorus. And I thought there's some really good drum transitions too in the song.
Definitely. Those are the highlights.
They actually had some like drum fills, which was really cool to hear. Granted, I talked about it before. I haven't heard very many Winner songs at all, but this is my favorite on the album and probably my favorite Winner song, just because I haven't heard very many of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I enjoyed this a lot just because it kind of sounds like Winner doing like an early like second gen boy group type song, like just a real like throwback type of deal, like kind of like what Samuel did with his song One. Like it was last year, like a year or two ago. So yeah, I love that like throwback type thing. Again, like you mentioned, those drum fills are just insane. It kind of reminds you like freaking like Black Skinhead by Kanye West, like the dugga, like in terms of like how hype the song builds up. So like, it just basically, this is how you can do a hype song without like having to rely exclusively on like trap beats and everything. Like this is the way you can do it, and I feel like it was executed perfectly.
Yep. So yeah, I said pretty similar things. I said the percussion they use throughout the song is really fun and it's like really effective to build up hype like instantly. I think it's really, I guess the way I describe it is a super like danceable. Like you could definitely dance to this somewhere. The drop they used in the chorus was awesome. I thought like basically like they cut the normal percussion that I'm talking about for the build up, and then they slam like straight back into it. I thought that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely the highlight for the song, and it's super fun and definitely stands out.
And just as a note, like a lot of them were involved in the production of the music, so it goes both for Winner and Icon. They have a lot of that's a good thing about both groups, despite our like YG like frustrations, is that they like to involve the members in the production process, and it really shows.
Yeah. Next we have Boom, and I thought the beginning was like a fun instrumental take on a standard like YG hip hop boy group song. Then the vocals come in and just kill it. It's like there's just like a really great like string synth melody that the vocals are like singing over. It just sounds really good, and that just has a really fun drop chorus. Just overall, this like it just like oozes fun. The whole song, like it's just like a really fun song to like bounce to.
I actually kind of would have liked for it to just because there's kind of a drop during that chorus. I kind of would have liked it maybe to just stay a bit more chill, because part of it was kind of reminding me of like what they were doing on Empty in terms of like that like kind of like chill, especially the vocals, like chill.
Title
like
is
R&B.
Boom though.
Yeah. I guess it does have to go boom, bow wow wow. that kind of is the point of the song, but I would like it if it would have like stayed more chill, just because I liked where the vocals were going. So.
Yep. So I thought the instrumental had kind of like a almost reggae inspired thing going, which was kind of cool. The vocals in the pre-chorus were quite nice as well. I thought the bass was a little overpowering in the chorus, but not like terribly so. And then the autotune on the vocals in some parts, it's in like kind of this uncanny valley part where it's like you can't hear it if you don't listen for it, but you can hear it, and it kind of sounds a little bit weird. But again, I'm just like nitpicking there. Yeah, overall, it's a really fun like hype song.
Yep. Next we have Everyday, a remix. And I don't know if I like
superior version.
I don't know
if
I
like or
definitely
the
hate
superior version.
Yeah. I don't know if I like or hate this trend of YG artists putting remixes to their horrible singles on their next album, because on one hand, we get utterly amazing versions of these horrible songs, but on the other hand, why weren't those the original versions in the first place?
It requires like, putting out shitty songs for them to like remix.
Why did To and Everyday have to exist when they just made these utterly amazing remixes of them on their next albums?
Like, remix wasn't good, but okay.
What? No, that song is so good. I've been jamming out to that song in my car with the bass turned up.
Like no, that like
so much.
That one remix would. That'd be worth the price of admission to see Blackpink. I mean, they only have like 10 songs, but that'd be one of the 10 songs worth seeing.
But no, yeah, this is infinitely better than Everyday. Everyday was my 0 on that song rating for Discord. Wolf got the last place song, but Every Day got second to last. It was a fight between Discord
How the hell?
over is Wolf a
Dude,
zero.
Wolf
or
is definitely
Everyday
better than
zero.
Every Day.
No, there's so many people that hate Wolf. To me,
It's not
Wolf
that
has
bad.
redeeming features. It's bad, but it's weird bad. Every Day is just generic bad,
I love
so
Wolf.
it's much worse.
I unironically love Wolf.
Yeah, isn't that the song that got you into X?
Should have done that rating.
No. I liked EXO the whole time, but like, I hated Wolf when I first heard it though.
It's not.
It's one of those ones where it's like one of those Stockholm Syndrome songs.
This isn't EXO chat. Almost said EXID. But yeah, for Every Day, like the original song's just so generic and bad, but this song is completely different. It's great. The instrumentals are so good. And even like something that like is a lot of times an issue for me, it was very much an issue on the original track, the auto-tune. It's not an issue for the song because it fits this kind of instrumental
Exactly.
so well. Whereas if it's just a generic trap beat, it just sounds so grating in my opinion. So yeah, the song was fantastic. I love it.
Because I mean, I believe it was either you or me, Jacob, that we said that Every Day just sounded like freaking Korean Little Yachty or something like that.
yeah, basically, like it's so bad.
It's Korean Little Yachty, like with like the this emo ass trap beat.
And the music video is terrible too.
Yeah,
like,
whereas this music video is fucking horrible.
Cringe.
Because they work on they're working with like the same person that directed like Kendrick Lamar music videos, so they're just trying to make these Korean like pretty boys look super like edgy. But it doesn't work all the time. Anyway. Like, I think what makes this song work is because, again, the instrumental takes it from Korean Little Yachty to, like, really fun. This is basically like a 2012 Big Bang song. Like, if you really think about it, like, it's just like a really fun, like, YG,
I can
like,
see it
staple.
being on Made, too, actually.
Yeah, this literally is a song, like, straight off of Made. It would fit so perfectly on it. And it just frustrates you as to why they didn't do this in the first place, because it would have made the song so much better. This is basically like, again, like we were talking about in the first or with EXID, we should just delete Me&You. We should just break into YG's headquarters and just delete Every Day off of the original version of
I would
Every Day
delete
off
that
of
out of like the world
existence.
if I could.
Yeah, and then just replace it with the remix version. And they're probably gonna do the remix version in live stages from now on, just because if they didn't, that'd be a travesty, because this version is literally made for like live concerts. It's so hype. So yeah, like this would make me want to see Winner. In all honesty, just to see this version of the song.
Honestly, yeah, like, again, like, my notes, I'll just read them verbatim. Like, this is leagues better than the original version of the song. Like, the instrumentals being in a fun, like almost like club style, I guess, makes the auto-tune on the vocals works way better than they did on the original mix. Like, before it was just, like, some lazy, stupid trap beat, and now it's, like, it works. Like, like, I don't hate auto-tune 100% of the time. If it fits... I don't know. It's gotta be within a setting where it actually fits for me to like it. And this version of the song is not only listenable, but it's good. Like it's a fun song.
Yeah,
so,
there's a clear difference between, okay, this is better, or it's tolerable, and holy shit, it's actually good. And it's more on like the actually good side of the spectrum.
And finally, we have First Love 2019 version. So I assume this is one of their older songs.
No, this is from Sugar Man. This is actually a cover of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the group is called.
So they put one of their Sugar.
The group was called Butterfly Effect. They came out in like the 90s or something like that.
Okay, cool. I thought this was a really cool ballad. It's got like a really good piano and instrumental accompaniment. And the vocals and rapping like just ooze emotion in this song. This is like just top tier ballads in my opinion. I thought this was really, really good.
Like when Jacob and I are talking about like listening to early Winner, like this is what I think of. This is what I thought of when I heard Winner, like at first, the first time I listened to them. Like this is such a staple for them. And like I went back and listened to the original version of the song by Butterfly Effect, and it's like this like really, I guess, 80s style power ballad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the original version of the song.
Sugar Man, they always change the style.
Yeah.
Wait, what decade
That's
did you say Butterfly Effect was from?
Yeah, Butterfly Effect.
When? Like what decade?
90s. It looks like because they have. It's funny because they have the archived I think
Okay,
either
because
Mnet or something.
if it was from like late 80s, early 90s, that was during the age of K-pop where like everything was ballads. So I would totally believe it.
Yeah, it just sounds like a rock power ballad. Like they even have the guys even playing guitar on the stage, live stage. I saw it from. So for them to take this power ballad type song and turn it into more this indie, it kind of almost sounds like Blur and Oasis and 2000s Britpop, that kind of sound. For them to take it into that was just really cool for them to see, and it fits Winner so well. So I'm glad that they actually included this song. Everyday Remix and First Love 2019 are technically the bonus tracks off the physical album. So I'm glad that they included it on the digital and streaming services because they definitely add to the experience, or they add to the overall enjoyment of the album for me. So, yeah, this was a song that worked well in terms of how they reimagined it to fit their style of music, while they're still pretty faithful, especially in the vocals. The "She's All I Need" part is just perfectly done.
Yep. So I thought this was a really awesome, happy love ballad, kind of sound. And again, it sounds a lot more like their original sound from before Taeyeon left the band. I think this really shows how with this album at least, they've been able to kind of find a middle ground sound that kind of pleased their new fans, as well as win back their old fans who felt alienated by songs like Everyday, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Overall, we'll get to our scores now. And I gave it a full 7 out of 7 for music. I loved all the songs on this album, and I gave it a 2.5 out of 3 for concept. So never in a million years would I have guessed I would give a Winner album a higher rating than an EXID and a Taeyeon album.
What the
but here we are. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was shocked at how much I actually ended up enjoying this. Single 3 points out of 3.5. Just is incredible. I'm gonna listen to it a lot in the coming months. Album 3 out of 3.5. Again, just almost everything on here was just perfect and enjoyable. 2.5 out of 3 for concept. Again, I love visual elements of it. The choreography is so fun. I want to learn it. What a return to form for Winner. Seriously, just really cool for them to actually not they didn't go off the deep end, thankfully, and they're I'm glad that both Winner and Icon are just the shining beacons, or and Blackpink as well, or at least in terms of the boy groups. I'm glad that despite all the giant mess that Big Bang has turned into, they're still shining beacons of quality, or just holding up I guess the reputation of the company, so to speak. So 2.5. That is an 8.5 out of 10. I never thought I'd give anything over a 6 to Winner, but here we are.
Yeah, so I actually gave the music a 6 out of 7 as well. Every song on it's really good. The only, I think the weakest song on that one's probably Boom, but even that was a really great solid song. So yeah. 6 out of 7 for music. Concept, I gave a 2.5 out of 3 because I thought the music video was really well done. And again, in contrast to the Everyday music video, I kind of had to give it there.
Night and day.
So, overall for me, again, 8.5. And yeah, amazing album.
What did Cooper give?
So Cooper's thoughts are, okay, where was this album last year? Yes, I'm wondering where the hell this album was last year too, Cooper. This is so much better than Everyday. I love every song on here, and they actually made Everyday at least listenable with this remix. The title track, Oh Yeah, isn't mind-blowing, but it's a nice acoustic pop dance song, and way better than their last few singles. The album tracks are the highlight. Zoo and Boom are some of my favorite Winner tracks now. The MV is fine. It's a YG video. Overall, Winner has been uncancelled, and we can look forward to their new releases again. I agree. Yes, uncancelled. He gave music a 6 out of 7. Concept was actually surprisingly low, 1.5 out of 3. So a 7.5 out of 10 for Cooper, which is surprising because he's the biggest like winner.
He
fan.
gave the lowest,
He gave the lowest
score.
score. So putting all of that into calculator, calculating the score, that is an 8.5 out of 10 as an average, and yeah, that's exactly the score I gave them. Wow,
like we have the correct rating.
I don't think the words. Or I don't think the words "winner" impressed me would ever like show up in a sentence together again, like in a positive connotation, let alone. But "winner" has definitely impressed me with this release, and I can't wait to see what they're doing in the future.
Keep it up. Don't go back into your awkward teenage phase again.
Yes, please.
And I mean, they recently toured as well, so they definitely they're growing in popularity in the U.S.
Awesome.
So hopefully, hopefully they'll come back. I actually might want to go see them. I'll just plug my ears when they do if they do the everyday remix. Hopefully they'll only
do the
everyday.
remix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they made the remix because they realized that everyday is trash and they're like, okay, we need to fix this.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on Winner's Wii album? Do you like it better than the EXID Wii album? Do you like Oh Yeah, or do you think it's a good sort of stylistic change for them in comparison to like Everyday and Really Really?
Yep.
Do you like the Everyday remix better than the original version of Everyday? If you don't
unsubscribe.
If you don't unsubscribe. Do you think Winner's gotten better, or just improved in general? Definitely let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yep. Okay. Now we can go on to topic 4.
It's you, Jacob.
Which, yep, it's me. Anyways, I guess what I'll talk about is the past 3 days or so here at school. We have another, like, I guess, exciting event to talk about.
Jacob's adventures in Korea.
Yeah, basically. This is something I've been looking forward to since even before I came because I was aware it existed.
Oh, you knew?
Yeah, because every
university does.
Every university has... Okay, for people that don't know what we're talking about. Every university in Korea has, like, a huge, like, pride festival, basically. It's basically like a pep rally on steroids that lasts, like, 3 days. And basically they always have, like, a stage and booths and games and stuff set up all over campus. And the biggest thing to me, though, was that all day they have, like, performances by, like, students and stuff. So, like, the first day I was there, they had like some student rock bands. Like when I first showed up on the first day, it was literally like a Hyukoh cover band, which I thought was funny because I was actually wearing my Hyukoh tour
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, let's listen to some Hyukoh wearing my according shirt. So yeah, that was awesome. Later that day, this is on Wednesday, by the way. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is when the Seoul Campus Festival was going on for SKKU. And they had this like segment they called the Produce SKKU, I think is what they called it.
What did they do?
Basically, it was just like a singing competition. They had, I think they had eight singers come up and compete. And the girl who won, like, her first stage, she did Halo by Beyonce, and she was like amazing.
Okay, you have to be amazing if you're doing freaking Halo by Beyonce, like the high notes
in the
on
first
that song.
stage. In the first stage.
Yeah.
Yes, like it was ridiculous. And then the second, I think she did a Korean song, but I didn't know it, and that was even better than her Halo stage. So I was like, okay, if she makes it to the finals, I'm recording it. So I recorded the whole thing, and now like that song has been like stuck in my head, like since on Wednesday. And I didn't find out until today what the song was called because actually last night on Friday she has like a Jonna B cover band apparently, and they performed for like an hour last night while I was standing there, and she performed that song again.
Oh, okay, so she came back.
Okay, so it must be a Jonna B song, and it is, and I figured out it's called Saranghag Saranghagen Hesanayo, which is the name of the song. It's like that's like the first part of the title because it's like a really long title that takes up like it's like an entire sentence. But anyways, it's amazing. I'll like I don't know, put a link to it in the description of this video or something, because awesome song. And yeah, Anyways, back to Wednesday. Basically, I was at the stage just waiting all day because, well, not all day, but from like 6 till 9 because I got out of class at 6. Because at 9 o'clock they had celebrity performances, which is kind of like the main draw of these university festivals.
Yeah, that's
They
what
always have
I didn't know
short
they had.
concerts by artists.
Yeah, I didn't know they had like student or like non like famous K-pop idol stuff because like all the clips you see when you hear about like university concerts or whatever is just like, oh my god, such and such big group went to like my university or whatever. Just like and from whenever Nate would talk about like artists going to Yonsei and everything.
Like,
so.
it's kind of a little known thing, but like even like universities in the U.S. do this as well, just not in the festival setting. Like,
Yeah.
once a
Not
semester
with K-pop
they'll have
artists. I mean,
no, not
it's
with
usually-
K-pop, but with like
like
big, huge universities. They'll get stuff like Lady Gaga and stuff like that. Like literally.
I think
And
I
then
remember.
there's my school who gets like artists I've literally never heard of before.
Or no,
I think
like,
we got was Waka Flocka Flame, but I didn't care about him.
yo, you got Waka Flock.
Yeah.
It's usually some type of hip hop artist because like one they love money and two like obviously like
Yeah.
a bunch of like it's like college kids are definitely their demographic, so it's
Yep.
always a bunch of like hip hop artists most of the time.
Yeah. I think other times it was like indie bands like I would have been into, but I just didn't check out their music, I guess, in time to know if I wanted to go see them or not. But anyways, so for the concert on Wednesday here, we had first was Romantic Punch, which was a band I've never really heard of before. But all the Koreans, not all of them, but a lot of the Koreans in the audience seem to like know all their songs and like them
Okay.
a lot. So
So
They-
they're known.
really popular in the and not in the US, in Korea. So I definitely have to check out the rest of their songs. Like my impression of them is they were very much like Queen like, I guess. Like they're very influenced by Queen.
Power
Super
ballad.
theatrical and
Yeah.
even like Power Valley. It's like just like they're super
Operatic.
yeah. He was just very like the lead singer is just very like performance like Freddie Mercury like
Yeah.
And for like the first like couple seconds, I couldn't tell if he was a guy or a girl because he has this really high voice, and also like he
Yeah.
had, like
Was that the guy with long
his-
hair or?
yeah. This guy like his mouth like just made me think it was a lady because of his lips. I don't know what about it, but yeah, I thought he was a lady. But no, then I realized no, that's a guy after like 10 seconds or so. But yeah, he was awesome. Like he was doing stuff like climbing up on the
Yeah, the support
beam and
I
like
saw that. Clip.
like that's what I mean by he was just it was like a Queen concert basically. Like he's just such a showman, I guess.
Yeah.
I definitely need to check out their music as well. And then what was mainly drawing me to the concert, like trying to get a spot at the front, was we had I-DLE right after that.
Yeah, I'm playing the your entire you filmed the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
Your
For
fan cam.
artists I was excited for, I just like held my hand up and then just walked forward. Basically, I just like basically had my hand raised the entire time. But yeah, so for I-DLE they performed. First they did, Senorita, which was expected. At least I expected them to open up with that. And then they did Han, and then they did Maze, which was amazing because I didn't expect.
Oh my god, they did Maze live.
I hope they
Yes.
do Maze during KCON.
Oh, they
there's
better
a
do
chance.
Maze.
There's probably a good chance that they do it.
Wait, I-DLE is confirmed for KCON?
Yep.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't. What the hell? Okay, now
Yeah,
now the
dates-
lineup seems way better for me now.
No, yeah, it's day one is Everglow for girl groups. Day one's
Yeah.
Everglow and Eyes One, and day two is From S and G-Idol.
Okay, I knew
Also,
about
that means day one we
groups.
might
Girl
get our
groups.
Eyes One Everglow rumor stage.
Yes.
So
Please.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. That's
I'm
awesome.
begging you.
produced for.
I mean, it's Mnet. They could do it. They could
yeah,
do it.
exactly.
Yeah, just get Hancho on and with us SIA to just show up as well.
I mean,
Just
honestly,
have-
that wouldn't even be the like craziest thing that happens at KCON. We got like English Bad Boy, and we also got NCT doing Whiplash randomly, and then me almost died
Yeah.
and crushed. Anyways, because dude, I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. Anyways, So yeah, Gidle did Maze, and then after that, they did Latata, which was also awesome. Obviously, they were gonna do the three
Their
singles.
3 singles, yeah.
The question was, what were they gonna do otherwise? And I'm really glad they chose Maze.
They did their best song.
They
Good.
did their best song. Yeah, that
So
Maze
good.
is the best G-Idle song.
Yeah, it's so good. And then all right, so I guess I'll go into day 2.
Oh wait, didn't you say you became a Soyeon bias now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, from dude, I was
You've
watching
seen
the
the-
concert.
there.
You have seen the
Uki.
light.
No. He
Yeah,
was missing
Uki
the
wasn't
best
there to be
number,
fair.
so-
Yeah, Uki was not there for the concert. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, no, I think I'm so unbiased now because I watched it, like just seeing like them in the flesh in person. I was like, I just kept looking at Soyeon the whole
So
time.
yeah, I've been on the Soyeon train since like freaking day 1, and no one wants to listen to me.
I was just like, God dang it.
stand talent, man. Freaking Soyeon is talent,
Yes, for sure.
and she's a Kali. You have to stand. You have to stand her now. No,
Kali?
Kali's kind of. She's a Kali.
Oh,
no,
a Kali. I thought you meant a Kali, like a Kali.
Like a border
no,
college.
she's
The
not a
dog,
border
yeah.
Kali,
I was
no.
like, what?
A Kali's kind of
Is that
broken.
her
though in League
like
of Legends
dog
now, so-
sign?
No.
Yes. Anyways, now on to day 2. So I didn't really hang around the festival that day, because I had class in the Suran campus. So I guess I'll go straight to the concert for that day. We had first is a band called Daebak, and I think they were a little bit more popular than a Romantic Punch because there were a lot of fans there. Like I was like, I guess towards the middle of the crowd for that one. I wasn't as close. But like,
How big were the crowds for this? Like,
Yeah, how big was the stage? Because I mean, it doesn't look.
I mean, it's
It
not
looks
like
like-
it's
it's
just
not
a
like.
stage on the ground, right?
Yeah, right.
Like just on a festival ground.
I mean,
like,
it was
like a music
no, it's
festival
like-
type stage,
like it's
or
yes,
was there
yes,
actual
it's,
seats?
Yes, it's like a music festival type stage.
Yeah.
With stand in front of it.
Yeah, it's just on the grass or whatever, and people
Yeah,
are
yeah,
just standing
exactly.
all around it. Okay,
Exactly.
But like,
but it was
do you have
like
any
it's a
idea
re-
how many people?
It's the lawn
Like,
was probably the
roughly?
size of like a soccer field, so it's like pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah,
But it was packed though. Like it took
yeah.
maybe 10 minutes to walk out of there. Like every night.
Okay.
yeah, so
Um,
yeah, that's the.
So probably like a couple thousand.
Yeah,
maybe 1,000
it seems
people.
like it from,
Yeah.
from I'm playing the Beanzino video
It's-
now, so
I think it's mostly like that though, because the Seoul campus is the smaller campus.
the smaller campus. Yeah,
Next week, I'm
Well,
in
yeah, for
Suwon.
Psy.
oh, you're going to the
Yeah.
Suwon one?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well, yeah,
definitely
of
going.
course.
Dude, Psy
gotta
is
see
there.
Psy.
I have to see
You-
Psy.
Yeah.
He
Like-
needs to
Like if you go to
Yeah.
South Korea and you have the opportunity.
his ability. Yeah,
You see
go.
Psy. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I braved the city hall like concert.
Oh, yeah. Did
like
you see- So
that-
outside.
you have to
I
come
think
back.
I've
with-
seen
there
I've
was,
seen
like-
I've seen photos of that, Nate, and there
Yeah.
literally people filled all the streets around
No,
it.
yeah. That was well because
There
it
was
was
like a million
2012. It
people.
was when
That's like
Gangnam
peak
Style
Psy.
came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And there was there's like news stories on it and like helicopter photos of the crowd, but I was in that crowd and
Yeah.
it was weird because it's outside, out in the open at night, but it was incredibly hot because there were so
Yeah.
many people. Like the amount of people created so much heat that you couldn't even tell
What
it was
side?
outside. It felt like you were inside.
So yeah,
Like,
you have
it
to
was
come back.
insane.
You have to come back next week and tell us how the freaking Psy concert was. Jesus
Oh yeah,
Christ.
for sure. But yeah, like I'm expecting the Suwon one to be way bigger because it's probably going to be in the lawn in front of the Samsung library, and that lawn is like huge.
Yeah.
Say it's probably the size of 2 football fields, I think. probably.
Christ.
So
Okay.
God,
2 football fields side by side.
I'm not used to college campuses being that big because again, I went to FIT.
Me neither.
FIT,
My school's tiny.
Well, no, your school's still bigger than mine. FIT is literally
No,
confined.
I'm talking
within-
about Clarkson.
Oh, even Clarkson, like that's probably
Okay.
bigger than my school because like FIT is literally confined to like one
Although,
street block.
Clarkson's
thing.
in the middle of nowhere though, so we actually do have a big lawn.
Yeah, you just spread out.
Concert.
Yeah, that's the
exactly.
thing. I'm used to a
That's
campus
like
that's
yeah,
literally
Michigan
like,
Tech
in
doesn't
one
have very
area.
many people, but like it has a lot of land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it probably takes maybe 10 minutes to walk from one corner of campus to the other.
Yeah, your
like
campus is probably
really
pretty
big.
Yeah, I'm
similar
not
to mine.
used to that at all. So
Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Daybreak. They're a pretty good rock band. I thought they were entertaining. I need to check out their music though. Like I don't really
are they on streaming services or?
Yeah, they are on iTunes. I just didn't get a chance to listen to them before the concert. But I definitely will go back and check them out because I did enjoy everything, and it was, I think, why I think they were more popular than Romantic Punch is because like half the crowd was singing along to all the songs.
Oh.
Although there might be a reason for this because right after Daybreak was done, like half the crowd left.
Oh, really?
If it was random fans that just showed up.
Yeah.
I'm running if it was just random people
students.
that showed up, not students, because
Yeah.
we didn't need wristbands.
It's open to the public.
When
yeah.
Red Velvet was supposed to be playing. Spoiler alert, by the way. So Benzino, he was definitely the highlight for that night. Like, he was so hype. Like, everyone was, like, you can see in the fan cam for Benzino, like, everyone's got their hands up, like, just
Yeah.
raving, like,
Well, because
it's
I mean,
awesome.
again, like Benzino is probably one of the more popular like Korean hip hop rappers over there.
He's definitely one of the most hype ones, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, Benzino's just straight up hype.
Yeah, like as far as like flow and delivery and stuff like that goes, Benzino's definitely among the best in my opinion. Yeah, like, he was super hype. I didn't know, the only song I actually knew was Dolly Van Picasso. I was like, come on, you have to do that song. It's like Benzino song. So I was hoping he'd do How Do I Look, because that's the other song by him that I listen to a lot. But he didn't, but that's okay. But yeah, the other songs I'll have to find out what the titles were, because they were all like really, really hype and catchy. So yeah, like Benzino is probably the ones that like the exchange students were probably most like excited for, because
Yeah.
more into like hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody really liked Benzino.
Did you go with a group like?
Your
like
friends?
Yeah, I was
stuff,
just with some friends on. That was actually the only day I went with a group. I was with my roommates.
Okay.
For,
The other days you went on your own.
Yeah, well,
no, because I'm the only one. I'm the only crazy person.
That's
Yeah, exactly. One of my roommates was gonna wait
Spoilers.
for me, but then he ended up not doing that because he's like, I don't want to have a heat stroke, and I was like, okay, that's a good point, but whatever.
Oh, is it still hot over there?
Oh yeah, it was like 90 degrees on.
Oh god. Oh god, no!
Yeah,
Screw
so-
that. I went.
Luckily,
I
so
love
yeah,
Red Velvet,
I'll
but I
go.
wouldn't wait 90 degrees for Red Velvet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go into Friday. So Friday was like, I slept in on Friday, so I woke up at like 1:30, and then by 2 I had been on campus. I was like, okay, I have to get my wristband. And so it was in the business hall, which is right in front of the field where the stage is set up, and basically there's like these stairs that go up to the top level, and the line for getting the wristband literally went up the stairs to the like, top level. I don't know why they decided to do it up the stairs, but whatever. So I
How
heard that
many floors?
it was going up it was like 3 floors.
Oh my god.
So not crazy, but
Well, because the level that the stage is at, with the lawn, is like technically B2.
oh, okay.
Like the stairs go all the way up to floor 1. So basically, I just walked up the road to floor 1 because I knew that it was going up the stairs, and done that. And the line went surprisingly fast. Even it looked like it was gonna take forever. So I was like,
I mean, it's just wristband, so.
Yeah, it only took like 10 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. So yeah, once I had my wristband, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be waiting all day if I'm gonna get in there, because there was already like 2 or 3 rows of people at the stage, like in the middle. So, and it was only like 2:00, and the concert was at 9. So I went inside the business hall, went down to the B3, which has the CU, and which is a convenience store.
Yeah.
So I bought like a couple pieces of fried chicken and a liter of water. I ate that, drank that, and then I went to wait in the.
You drank a whole liter and then went to wait. So you when you need to go
did you have to pee?
I didn't
You
need to pee. I didn't need to pee. I think
held
maybe
it?
because I sweated out.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. You're sitting there in
Sweat
freaking
out
90 degree weather.
Yeah,
oh,
you
God.
actually you absorbed all of the water, and so actually like
you're
I
probably,
must
none
have,
of it
'cause
went to waste.
I didn't need to pee until like after the concert was over.
yeah.
Maybe adrenaline kept me going. I don't know.
Yeah, adrenaline like hit the urge to pee, but I mean, I miss. That's what I didn't do. I didn't get fried chicken from a convenience store when I was in Korea or Japan. I need to do that when I go back. Because
It's okay. It's just fried chicken. It's
No,
like
just-
KFC.
Yeah, it's
I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
anyways,
you can kind of do that 7-Eleven here, but I don't trust
Yeah.
the 7-Eleven food.
What? I like 7-Eleven food in the
No,
U.S.
I don't trust gas station food in the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine as long as it's not fish or eggs.
Okay.
Like, I always get like the chicken roller things or the hot dogs at 7-Eleven. They're pretty good.
Nope.
So yeah, basically I went in there and I found a spot that was like basically like right at the stage. I was right behind like two girls, and one of the girls had her boyfriend there, which was actually kind of annoying because he was like the same height as me. So I was
and you weren't able to look
like
over
during
people?
He's the same height as you, and he's doing the thing where he's holding his girlfriend in front of him, or no?
Nope. He's doing the thing where his feet hurt and he keeps going on his tippy toes every 5 seconds. I almost was like, bro, can he stop?
You should have asked him. He should have asked him to spoon with you, and then maybe you would have been in
Oh
front.
my god, no. Though here's the thing: the girl that was right in front of me, she actually left like 3.5 hours after we were already waiting. I don't know why. Like she was front row.
She lost her spot and you got it?
No, here's the thing: these two Chinese girls got in front of me before I could get it, and they were already in the front. I was like, what the hell?
No, I mean, yeah, some people just
Luckily, they were like literally this tall, so it was fine.
Yeah, so
that must be convenient going to concerts in Asia. It's like you don't have to deal with like, tall ass American people. Like, that's probably
you're the tall ass American people. Everyone hates you.
I mean,
you can see fine.
I'm like 5'8.5", so I'm not that tall. Like for a dude, like
yeah. So during the day they had a lot of performances. Although no rock bands on Friday, which I was a little bummed by just because the band they did have was this jazz band, but they played for like 2 hours and it was putting me to sleep. Like I like jazz, but it was like lounge music that like
it was smooth jazz. It wasn't upbeat jazz.
No one there was like waiting for them. So like that crowd's
I was
fucking
like,
dead,
come on, like I literally sat down.
Play some Red Velvet
covers. Jazz renditions of Red Velvet.
Jazz Red Velvet.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Like play something I know or whatever. But no, it was like literally like
just smooth jazz.
It's like Persona 5 soundtrack, like that kind of thing, but like less hype.
Yeah.
Like they were really good. That's I feel bad, but they were putting me to sleep like when I'm just standing still for hours. But other one, I forgot what the group was called, but they were like basically a club for like rappers and hip hop stuff, and they were really good. Literally the one flaw with their performance was this one guy. He like had literally the most annoying voice I've ever heard in my life.
Like rapping voice.
Yes, which sucks because he was a really good rapper. He'd rap like this, like more high pitched. Even more. It was terrible.
So it sounds like he's one of those people
high pitched, raspy voice.
So he sounds like one of those people that need the voice synthesizer because they smoke too much.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, I put a small clip of it in Discord while it was happening, and Marlon was like, "Damn, that dude get punched in the throat or something." Like I was like, literally. Yeah, like the other rappers were really good though. Unfortunately, I didn't record any of that, but yeah, they were really good. There's actually one performance that stood out was actually did like a Korean version of "Love the Way You Lie" with a female rapper,
nice.
a rapper, and then a female singer doing Rihanna's part. It was really cool. They were doing a lot of Epic High style, like sort of like talking back to each other.
Or I was gonna say like MFETY like kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly. Except with two girls instead of two guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a really standout moment. And then I think oddly enough from the same like club, they had some dancers that did like hip hop dance and stuff. Okay. So I guess it's kind of like a hip hop club for the most part.
Collective, yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. At one point, they also actually no, that might have been a different club actually. Yeah, it was. Okay, so yeah, the next club that came out was actually specifically a dance club, and they did I think they actually might have been two dance clubs right in a row actually. I can't remember it all, but I think the first club was doing like samba and like cha-cha and like stuff like that, like basically like Spanish dancing.
Yeah.
And like they were confident, but they weren't like anything like spectacular in my opinion. Like they were, but like
Wait, like Koreans like trying to
it
do
just
like
wasn't.
samba?
It just wasn't making me like go like woo or anything. I was just like, okay, this is the thing. And then, but again, like I don't want to say like they were bad. They weren't bad. They were just like they didn't stand out as much to me. And then the next group I think was quite good actually. Like they were pretty tight. They were doing like mostly idol dances.
Okay,
and
so
it was like guys and girls, which was nice.
So like,
the crowd like freaked out when they did Dala Dala.
oh, that must have been
Itzy's huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of Andrew, did you see Itzy in New York?
No, I didn't see them at all.
them.
I know they were like going around and shit. Like there's,
Were they
there's always idols in
They're
New
at
York.
a Louis Vuitton thing or something.
Yeah, there are always idols
They
in New
got
York, but I
invited
never
to.
see them
They got invited to it.
because they're at all the touristy
Cool.
locations. So and I don't do tourist shit in New York City because
Yeah.
tourists are trash.
Avoid it like the plague.
Yeah, you avoid it like the plague just because it's super annoying. And there's tourist traps everywhere, so obviously, but yeah, because like it's funny because like Rapmon just literally like went to the Met and just like walked around and no one knew who he was or
No one knew who he
bothered.
was. That's
yeah,
great.
that must be nice for idols just walk around as opposed to just being like bombarded.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess after all that, they went into like kind of like the main part
The
of
main
the
event?
student performances. Like it not the celebrity stuff, but this was like the 2 hours before the celebrity performance. So first they had like a couple student bands, and I think these were the best of like all 3 days. The first one was like a rock band. They did like a few like just like Korean songs that I've just never heard before, and then like they were good again, but I don't have much to say about them. But they were definitely like really good quality. Like all the musicians were great, which is honestly oddly enough I think the vocalist was probably the weakest part, even though he was good.
Oh,
Like the musicians were just that good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, like the guitarists were like literally like shredding away. It was amazing. And then lastly was not lastly, but for this like hour chunk, hour chunk,
yeah, the student section.
Was the Jonabi cover band that I mentioned before with
Yeah.
the winner from the Produce SKKU, and she played the song she did for round 3 again, but with her band.
With the band. Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, it was so good. Like literally, like every time I saw her perform, I was like, who is she and how can I stand? Like if she actually came out with music, I would follow her. Like she's that good.
You gotta find her on campus and be like, I'm your biggest
Like, hey,
fan.
can you release
Put out
music?
real
I'll follow
music.
you. Yeah, I'll
I
buy
will
your
buy
music.
it.
Yeah, like she's that good of a vocalist. Like if she can put out like good music, like oh my god.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm sure these festivals are like people have been like noticed or
Yeah,
signed
yeah.
to like record labels through these types of things. So
I hope she goes on something like Superstar K or something, because she like
is Superstar K still going?
I don't know, but K-pop star is not. No, it's not. But like something like
Yeah,
I
some
think
type
they've
of
been
music
replaced by Produce and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
The group idol stuff.
Yeah, but like yeah, I'll upload my like fan cam, I guess, of her during round 3 onto my YouTube channel. If you want to see it, just ask on Discord or whatever. Because it's unlisted private videos.
We
so-
could link it in the description too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I just think it's a little weird because she's just a student. So
Yeah.
Hey, she probably wants the exposure, I'm sure.
yeah. But anyways, and then she did a few other Jonabi songs that I had never heard before. But again, like I definitely need to widen my knowledge of Jonabi though, because they're going to the Suran festival next week on
that's
Thursday.
the actual group.
So yeah, actual Jonabi. So I'm hoping they actually do that song that I was trying to find out that she sang. That was
Yeah.
because it's so good. It's like my new favorite song right now. But and then she did the Hey yeah song. I have no idea what the title is. Like the
Don't know what you're talking about.
you know the song they sing in the He-Man video on
I
YouTube.
said, hey.
Yeah, exactly. She sang that song and it was so awesome.
What? Is it just
going on? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea what the title is, but like, she sang that song, and I was like the only one in the audience singing along because I think I was the only one that knew the song. But yeah, that was awesome too. I have a short clip of that as well. Like, it was so good. Again, like, yeah, so good. So after that, they did the like typical like Korean festival cheerleader like performance thing.
Cheerleader? What?
That's what they called it. That's, I guess. Okay. Okay. Anyway.
What?
Anyways.
Oh, wait, Nate,
Okay,
are you?
sorry.
Nate, are you muted?
Oh, I'm muted. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
That's why I was laughing,
was-
because I was kind of trying to brush it across, and then I just started.
Well, I was like, I didn't know what you were laughing at. You didn't say
Okay.
I was muted.
Awkward
but no,
moment,
yeah,
but
all
audio
these-
people would be like, "What the hell?" Anyways.
Yeah, all these festivals have like cheerleading parts and stuff.
Like American style? Like, is that a thing in
Well,
Korea?
it's a little different, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Also-
cheerleaders, but like much more theatrical, I think, and
did
it's
you?
a structured show, I think.
The song is "Zombie" by the Cranberries, by the way. I don't know if
Okay,
that came
yeah,
through.
yeah. That's what she's saying. Yeah, basically, like, they had all these like chants and songs and stuff that you had to sing that they'd like, and they put the lyrics up on the screen, and you gotta like go like side to side and like back
Yeah, it's
forwards and
it's
like
more
yelling.
it's more like crowd.
It's like pep
focused,
rally
like-
stuff.
It's like a pep rally, pep band type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
With the cheerleaders.
But like way more participation, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen video of like before I came to Korea, like of like Korea University, like they're way bigger too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Yonsei in
I
Korea.
think it to be more like that in Suwon.
In the Suwon campus, yeah, because it's
Like,
the
dude,
main-
everyone was like, there was like this huge like, it looked like it was crazy. It looks like a bunch of cultists like doing some
I mean,
ritual, but
isn't there
like when
isn't-
you're in it, you're like, woo.
Isn't there like a famous like? Isn't there a viral like GIF or like video of like? I don't know. It was either like some Korean like soccer team or like or Korean like university like soccer match, and like they have like these crazy like,
maybe.
freaking like signs and everything, and like they're just like
Oh, at Korean soccer games, they have giant flags. Like, they're literally like
that's a
30 feet across, like going like
yeah
this.
that's a normal thing. They are it's called a tifo. That's a
okay.
thing for soccer games. That's pretty like
Yeah.
you make one before each game. Like that's a
Like,
pretty,
even at the game that I was at, there were like, there's like barely anyone there. There's still the guy like.
waving the huge flag. Yeah.
Anyways, after all that, actually, I'll go back more into detail for that. Like, so along with the chants and stuff, there's like choreography and stuff, and dancers wearing these like, they were wearing like hanbok cheerleader outfit kind of things.
Hanbok. How can
Yeah,
you
like
cheerlead
it-
in a hanbok? Isn't like it?
Well, it was like hanbok style, I think, because SKKU is like a historical university.
Yeah. But still, like that.
Like,
doesn't
the
that thing feel-
mascot is called the Kingos. Like, it's just kings. Like, King Sejong was a
Yeah.
apparently. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, so like or at least I think he was a scholar there at least. But anyways, actually, fun fact, what they told us at least, so the four like Korean like money bills, like on 3 out of 4 of them, they were professors at Sungkyunkwan University.
SKK.
Yeah, and then the fourth one that's on the 50, the woman, she's just the mother of one of the other ones.
So yeah, you just have a lot of history in your campus.
Yeah. It's the oldest university in Asia, I think. I think like the older ones are like stuff like Oxford and stuff like that.
Harvard.
Yeah. I don't know, not Harvard.
Oh,
It's in America.
country. So yeah, America's not old enough.
Yeah, because like SKKU was founded in 1398.
Christ.
It was even discovered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think Oxford was started in like 10 something.
Yeah.
I looked,
Yeah. I'm sure there's some like Middle East university or something. that was,
yeah, that too.
Like
Yeah.
1,000 years old or something.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, yeah, they had that. There was a bunch of like pyrotechnics and stuff.
Yeah, the
during-
fireworks at the beginning. Yeah.
No, like literally like blowing flames and shit like in front of the dancers on the stage.
Fire.
Yeah, literal fire. And then All right, so into the celebrity performances, they had first was Suran, who actually replaced Bolpagan, which I was really disappointed
Oh
by.
no! Why? What
But-
Yeah,
happened?
Bulbagon Red Velvet would have been.
Yeah, that would have been like, dude, like
That's
Actually,
Jacob's dream.
wait for like 10 hours if it was Bolpagan.
That's true. You would have to wait even longer.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I guess thank God, like for my feet, that it wasn't Bolpagan, but I'm still a little disappointed. But that being said, Suran was awesome. She did like basically all the songs you'd expect. Like
Wine.
except for one of them, I didn't know what it was called. I'll have to look it up later. But she did "Calling in Love," which I was glad for because that's the first song I heard by her.
Yeah.
Back in like 2016, I played on my radio show, like episode 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so Calling in Love, and then also she did Wine, and she did the song, or no, she did the song I Didn't Know, and then Wine, and then also 1 + 1 = 0 off of her album. And I think she did another song also that I didn't know the title of, but I think it's also the same album. So yeah, she was awesome. I got some good pictures of her, which I still need to edit. So yeah, that was awesome. I will be editing the fan cam I have of her soon. So I might put that in the
Yeah,
description.
yeah.
Fan cams in the description, so they're not like public. People can watch them if they want.
You have good fan cams though, especially for Red Velvet.
Yeah. And then for Red Velvet, dude, the MC, he was talking for way too long. You can actually see it in my fan
Yeah,
cam.
I skipped past that in the video.
Yeah, like they
It's
did
like
fireworks
after the
first,
fireworks
which was
are done,
awesome.
yeah.
I was filming during the fireworks because I was expecting Red Velvet to walk out like while everyone's looking at fireworks and they just start playing. Like that would have been the most hype thing ever. But no, then the MC came out. He just started talking for like 3 or 4 minutes straight.
And then everyone's
like-
just like, no, we did not stand here for 10
You know,
hours to see you.
I almost was like, get off this stage. I wouldn't have actually said that, but like I wanted to.
He wouldn't have
And then,
understood you, maybe.
Yeah, but then and then Red Velvet came out and they did Red Flavor, and then they did Power Up, which was awesome as well. Like again, Red Flavor, Power Up, everybody was singing along, is amazing. And then this is a weird thing. After they stopped to talk for a while, which is normal in a concert, they did With You instead of like they did With You, which is like a B-side like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I was not expecting that, but I'm actually glad they did because like Irene and Yeri like came really close to me.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Silky did too as well.
Oh, Silky looks amazing. I would have cried. Not even joking. I would have cried if I was this close to freaking Red Velvet.
Yeah, like one thing Baron said in Discord was he was like, "Damn, Irene was close enough to you. She could have spat." I was like, "She damn well could have. Damn well
like,
could have."
really
It's like she
close,
did. And
like,
I'm like, I'm not washing this face ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. And then lastly they did RBB, which was surprising because I thought they'd do Bad Boy.
Regular,
to be
like they do actual Bad Boy instead of really Bad
Yeah,
Boy.
but no, they did RBB, but that's okay because that's another song I love. So, although spoiler alert for the Red Velvet ranking when I do that, like they're gonna get such a good score from me, I think.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, the whole Discord's could give them the
Yeah,
averages
they're-
are gonna be so high. It's
Yep.
ridiculous.
yeah, because their discography is just so good. Like they
Yep.
could pick any random B-side, and I would still love for it to be live. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, they ended out with RBB, and that was amazing. 125 live for the second time was great. Although nobody was shouting 125, only I did around me. I was like, 1, 2, 5.
They're not real Red Loves.
Actually, in the fan cam during Red Flavor, you can hear me just shouting "Red" when during Irene's rap.
Yeah,
Did anyone have the light sticks?
that's the best part.
No, nobody bought a
The-
light stick.
Nobody had
Just
the what?
screaming red.
No-
is
nobody
the
had a
best-
light stick.
The best part.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well,
How
I
can they
think it's
call
mostly.
Red
I
Loves?
think it's mostly
Students,
because
like-
it's just it was only university students in
I
the.
guess.
So it could have just
And-
been casual K-pop fans who like
Yeah, it's not.
big K-pop fans, but casual Red Velvet fans who wanted to see them close
Yeah,
up.
I guess.
Like it's kind of like how like I don't know, Like I love Mamamoo, and I'd wait all day to see them front row, but I don't own their light stick.
Yeah, I don't have I don't have the turnip whatever light stick that's a topic we're talking about. Just like best light sticks. We should do that sometime soon.
Yeah. Overall, it was awesome. It was like I think it was definitely worth like waiting to.
Hours.
Yeah, just because I feel like with K-pop concerts, because there's so much like reliance on playback a lot of the time, like because you're really there to see the choreography and see the members in person and stuff like that. So I feel like to make it worth it, you really have to be real close if possible. Because like I was talking to one of my roommates about this. I was like, I love being able to like just see the detail on their face, like it's literally them right in front of me.
Like see like actual proof of their existence and not just on like a computer screen or a phone screen.
Like they're literally right there. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I was as close as I was at KCON or not. I think
we were roughly around. Yeah.
When they came really close, they were closer, but I think it was about a little farther when they're in the middle of the stage. Because I think the middle stage at KCON is smaller than the sound stage at the university. So it was awesome show. It was an awesome show. And
Irene waved in your general direction. Oh my god.
Yeah, she did. She did.
I just skipped to there. I just saw that part. I was like, holy shit. Even I'm having a
I
heart
was
attack
like,
just seeing it.
I was like internally dying. Actually, during that song, like one of these girls who like basically weaseled her way to the front, she like knocked my hand and made me stop recording. And I was like really mad. So I was like,
why?
I'm here to have fun, so I just cooled off, and then I clicked the record button immediately back again and just started enjoying the concert again. But that was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was probably just freaking out, like, oh my god.
Oh my god, Irene acknowledged my existence.
Yeah, like just trying to wave. But overall the song was amazing. Or not the song, but like all the songs were amazing, obviously. The concert was amazing, all three of them were. And I'm excited for next week. So yeah.
Yeah, you have to
I definitely want to go to day 1. I'm pretty sure I'll go to day 2, but I'm not sure about day 3. Like day 3.
What about day 6?
I wish day 6 went.
Where is day 6? What happened to day 6?
Someone tweeted
anything from them in a long time.
Someone tweet at Jay. Where y'all at?
Where y'all at? Yeah. Wednesday next week is Psy, and then we have on day 2 is Jonabi, and then Daybreak again. So like day 2 is basically Rock Band Day. And then day 3 is all people from Indigo. So it's like Giddy Boy, Jackie Y, Swings, and some guy named Kid Millie. I think we know.
I know Kid Millie. So, god, that's probably gonna be the busiest day because it's all like super popular.
Psy is gonna be the
I think Psy is definitely gonna be
besides Psy, but at least for the students, it's probably gonna be the biggest.
I think honestly, I think all 3 days are gonna be really big because Jonabi is really popular.
Okay.
And it'll be good. I'm not sure if I'll go to day 3 because I'm a little burnt out already, but I definitely
going to concert for 3 straight days is I can't do that.
If I feel up to it, I'll go to Jonabi. So yeah, that's my experience with the university festival so far.
Yeah. If anyone else
was there, a giant one. Go to Twice's YouTube account because they just put out all their performances at Yonsei.
So
and Yonsei
my roommate
is a giant outdoor amphitheater.
Yeah, so my roommate, he has a friend, and she told him that, like, I think she goes to Yonsei, and she said apparently that like only freshmen get to go to the festival because it's tickets, and you have to and freshmen buy up all the tickets like immediately.
Yeah, they let that. Yeah.
So she hasn't been there for like 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cool because there's so many people. And
there's so many people and so many people that they want to see.
Well, here's the thing though.
Biggest artist.
SKKU has the same student population as Yonsei. Granted, we have 2 campuses, but all students any campus festival. But like, there's no tickets involved for SKKU, so I have no idea what's gonna happen for Psy.
Yeah, Psy might be a nightmare in all
If
honesty.
there's no tickets, yeah, that's
You're
gonna
fucked.
be.
I mean,
There's
you were
definitely
saying
wristbands though.
you were saying
There's
that's why they were.
wristbands though
Yeah.
for students. All students get a wristband.
Yeah, you were saying that they were
Yeah.
avoiding.
Wristband, they can't get in the stage area.
Yeah, you're saying they were trying to avoid like announcing it publicly, like too
Yep.
too early because it'd just be like a shit show. Like everyone just would be
exactly.
like lining up just because it's Psy is a national icon and everything.
Yep.
That's cool that he's still like. Despite like owning a company now and like doing all this other stuff, like he's
still out
like,
there performing.
Yeah, performing for like student free concerts essentially, or like just like random concerts essentially. So
They
that's
get paid
pretty
for
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't wait to
I
say
mean, like,
that
it's
I was
it's-
able to.
There's no gate. I mean, like you don't have to pay to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, for
yeah. It's
Wednesday
free
too,
for
it-
the viewers. Yeah.
For Wednesday too, it's just Psy, so it's like a full hour Psy concert.
Yo, you're
Yeah.
gonna get the full experience of a Psy concert.
Yeah, so I can't wait to be able to say that I've seen Gangnam Style live. Like that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that is a life experience right
It was
there.
it was a good experience.
So.
Yeah,
Well, and
So-
a bad experience because how many people, but
dude, it's gonna be the same for us. I think. I mean, not like in a concentrated area though.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my experience with the university festival. So yeah,
If anyone else was there, say hi in the comments or something. Like if anyone
yes,
also goes to or Sungkyunkwan or just visited the concert.
I doubt it. I
Yeah, I
honestly
doubt it.
it.
I doubt many people like. that
There's
go
like
there.
a 0.1% chance of that. So, yes. All right. Thanks for listening. Catch us next week. Join
The
Discord.
produce cast coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Catch you in the next one.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You might not be there.
No, you have to come back.
I-
You have to talk about Psy. We're making
I'll
you
try
come
to.
back.
I'll try to.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like find times to record here because I don't want to like
Yeah, it's like it's past
I don't
midnight
want
now.
to
So.
I don't want to inconvenience my roommates too much. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
And you might need Jacob 3 weeks from now, so
Yep.
because I'm gone that weekend.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Pretty much nothing else. We're gonna figure out like kick on tickets and stuff and all that stuff.
Yep. Sleep over at
Oh,
Baron's
God.
house.
Yes.
Luda party.
We'll figure that out. Anyway.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
gotta
that's all we
figure that
have. Nothing really planned until like KCON and Twice. So
Yep.
just keep on the lookout for like anything else.
Yep.
Yep. Take us out, Jacob.
All right. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you like our stuff.
Nope, your
YouTube.
audio's gone.
Oh,
The very end. Did
Oh,
you
well.
mute yourself?
I mean, it's still on my
can't hear
it's
you.
still on my
Oh.
Audacity. Just
Nope. Okay. Well, thank you and good night.
messy ending.
Stay remixed,
Stay
Throbbingly
throbbingly
remixed.
remixed.
and hopefully it's a good remix. The fifth season is a lot more in line with what I like about OMG. Like again, usually I'm not a guy that tends to gravitate towards like these type of cutesy girl groups, but OMG just holds a
Yeah,
special place in my heart that I love this type of music. I mean, it's nothing that'll blow the socks off of like a windy day.